intentional, but
Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from my bookie studios. I'm Pilar Laster. We've got D-Mac, Tom Mazaway, Fish in the fish tank. What are you doing, silly? It's Friday. It's Friday. Easy D behind the glass. Jeff manning all of our social media, so make sure that you are interacting on all the fun online at Woodward Sports across the board. And, of course, that you're giving us a call. 313-552-6322 is our number. Maz, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Let's kick things off with a sports update. Only good stuff in your sports update, though, okay?
You got it. I told you not to read that story before. Sure,
okay.
All right, I got you.
It's your fault.
As usual. Well, you just looked at what I was reading.
He told you not
looked
to
over my
open
shoulder.
it.
I told you, stay away.
Read the happy news in sports.
What kind of nasty stuff you reading over there, man?
Yeah, right? What'd you read? It's bad.
Well, I was on Twitter, and, some stories bad come up sometimes.
Stories.
Okay.
Easy. This one was bad. Real bad.
Anyway, anywho.
It was a shame.
Hey, what do the horses think? 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3 think Bafford's a
See,
cheater.
you know what? Like 2 days in a row, Easy can't have your
I know,
Bafford horses
I know.
up when he should have it up
He should
all
have
the time.
that. Should lead. That
That's
should lead
2
the
days
show.
in a row.
Should lead the show every
That's
day.
all right.
Or stable. Anyway, we're brought to you by our good friends at mybookie.ag. Don't forget, use that promo code Woodward10. Get you free $10 play on us for our good friends at MyBookie. Show them some love, you hookers out there. Tigers and Cubs, they start a 3-game set tonight at Comerica. Jake Arrieta gets the ball for the Cubbies. Tarek Skubal for the Tigers. It's rare you get to see the Cubs come to town here. It's always fun. This place would have been packed tonight had Governor Whitmer released the hounds a little earlier, but we'll talk about that coming up. I'll be out there. So,
Are you going to the game?
Hell yeah. Beautiful
I
night.
might come down after.
You gonna wear the mask?
Well, I'll be
No
downtown
mask.
between 7 and 8 with our friend Sean, so
good.
maybe I'll pop in
Please
after.
do.
Why is it rare the Cubs come to town?
We're a National League team. We're an American League
teach
city.
this youngster. Teach
Mask.
this youngster.
I figured
the
that.
American League
Wear
and the
your mask.
National League.
I know
used
that.
to not play together, but
Ditch
now
the
they
mask,
get
man. Just
interleague,
burn
and
it
so
at
when
the
the Cubs
stadium.
come
Not
in,
yet.
It's a special
No.
time.
Not yet.
You have to wear the mask to get in the stadium.
Today.
You also have to have sign a release before you get in the stadium to say you're
Really?
COVID free and all of that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they put you through the paces. You have to go early just to get through the gates, and then when you're at your seat, it should be a free for all if they don't come check on you, which they probably will.
They probably will.
We'll see how it goes.
Wear
It's gonna
your
be a
mask.
beautiful
It's
night.
one more day. Don't be a mask hole.
I won't be a mask hole. Don't sweat it. By the way, Tigers out of the AL Central basement.
By the way, have
Yeah.
fun.
I will,
be there.
man.
I
I
won't
will.
be there. That's too much shenanigans.
No. You come.
No, I'm not. Hey, you got a hard enough time to get me out, other than the casino, to do something like that in public.
Come on, man.
No, to run through whistles and then not even see your face smile when Candelario hits a home run or Miggy gets another hit and stuff, and I can't even see Tom Masway smile. I'm gonna wait.
This is gonna be a big Miggy
He
night tonight. I
smiles
got a
with his
hunch.
eyes.
I do.
Smile with your eyes. Put the camera on him. Watch him smile with his eyes. Aw, que chulo.
Got those smiles, those smile lines, whatever they call. Anyway, Tigers are out of the basement for the first time in a long time. They beat the Royals and they got 4 straight wins. Tigers announced this week. Ready for this? They're going to retire Sweet Lou's Whitaker's number
Yeah,
1
about
next
time.
season.
About time. I mean,
So he'll go on
that's-
the Wall of Fame out in left center.
I tell everybody you got to, and this is, ironic because we were talking about in our guest later on in this hour, Kevin Allen, who was the USA Today sports writer for years and years, and the beat writer, but he's also the author of My Last Fight, True Story of a Hockey Rock Star, written by Darren McCarty. So he's got the deep, dark secrets, but the fact that, to go back to Sweet Lou, I tell everybody is, I used to throw up pucks all the time after warm-up.
Yep.
I used to throw 5 one
Those
side,
blank,
5 the other.
those blank pucks.
Or whatever they give me,
Yeah.
whatever they'd have, and to this day I love it because people, that's the story, that's what we share. But it's always what I tell everybody is never forget what it was like to be 12 years old. Because when I
Amen.
was 12, it was
Yeah.
84 Tigers,
Awesome.
Sweet Lou Whitaker, Lance Parrish is my guy, but Tram and all those guys. So to finally see them, that's like,
Hell yeah.
that just means I'm getting old.
And guess what? Next step after that, the Hall of Fame. He's going in.
Yeah, hopefully
He's going to go
as he
in.
should.
He's going to go in. Should have went with Tram. Should have went in with Tram, but we'll see how it goes. Here's a good story for you, Pilar.
Okay.
I promised you on a Friday. Tigers yesterday called up former Dearborn Divine Child alum Eric Haase from AAA Toledo. He's a catcher. Grayson Griner was the catcher for the Tigers. Wilson Ramos as well. They both got injured, so they had no choice. They had to go to AAA, bring this guy up. So he's a hometown kid. He goes 2 for 4 with a double and an infield single in his first game up with the Tigers yesterday. Had a great game, but out in the audience, you got Bally Sports Detroit's our good friend Trevor Thompson parading around there, and he catches up with Eric Haase's mom in the stands and had this question for her.
On your face here today, but how did he get to the ballpark here today? Tell me that story.
He's going to kill me for this. His truck is still in Toledo because he got pulled out of the game in Indianapolis, so they flew him here. So Mom had to drive him to the ballpark this morning, and we're driving here, and I said, the last time you and I came this way is when you were like 12 or 13, coming to a game ourselves. And he's like, Mom, I know, isn't this awesome? So he's going to kill me.
He's already
Isn't that sweet?
That's so
Isn't that sweet?
cute.
He got driven to the game for his first game as a pro ball player. Well, a real major league ball player. Because you're a pro when you're in AAA,
Sure.
but his mama takes him, which is
But
awesome.
I mean, how much pride would his mom? I feel like everybody should get, like all moms should get to
that
drive their
sweet?
baby boys.
But the fact that they
to
don't, but
their
the fact
first pro
that,
game.
and the one thing is, as you see there in the highlight, he's 28 years old, so he's not a spring chicken.
Correct.
So the fact to
Yeah.
be able to experience that at home with your mom in the stands and stuff like that, it's
That's
priceless.
beautiful.
It's something you
Priceless.
can't take away whether he plays another game or not.
Take it away, man. The Tigers not had a great season. They are playing good
I'm gonna
now.
cry. I'm so
But they're
emotional.
putting
That's
runs on the
really
board.
sweet.
But remember, they got Akil Badu and all that great story at the beginning of the year. Now you got Eric Haase. Who knows? Maybe this team could turn it around and make a decent run and finish with the over.
Okay, Maz, that was very, that was so
It was a great
hometown Maz
story.
and stuff like this. But no, don't take it into account because they started getting hitting and, the bullpens hung on late and stuff. But what do we expect? So
They
it's
found
just-
a closer.
And yeah, Michael Fulmer.
They found a closer.
And enjoy it. And just enjoy it for whatever it is. The fact that you can get out to the ballpark and the fact that the governor is going to open it up and the fact that there's just more liberties now. We know that there's going to be more downtimes in the season. So enjoy this 4-game winning
Absolutely.
streak because they had to do it. And they did it against the Royals team who earlier in the year we were saying
They were kicking
were
our
world
ass.
beaters.
Yeah,
So-
they were. They were in first place. Now they're in last place, second to last. Pistons, by the way, they host the Nuggets tonight. Ready for this? And the Tankathon continues. 8 players sitting this one out tonight. They wrap up the season Sunday against the Heat, and it's official. The Naismith Hall of Fame weekend coming up this weekend. Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, KG, Kevin Garnett, and Rudy Tomjanovich all going into the Hall of Fame. A few others as well, but Michael Jordan will present Kobe. David Robinson presents Tim Duncan. Zeke, Isaiah Thomas presents KG and Rudy T. Calvin Murphy, the greatest free throw shooter of all time, and the Dream, Hakeem Olajuwon, will be reading him, their ex-coach, getting him in. And, of course, he's a Michigan kid from Hamtramck. So great stuff this weekend. By the way, Alex Rodriguez's group made it official yesterday. They have bought the T-Wolves for $1.5 billion.
Billion.
NHL Stanley Cup playoffs get underway. We're going to talk about that with Kevin Allen, but the only game that's going to get going this weekend will be the Capitals and the Bruins tomorrow night right after the Preakness. We'll catch you up on that. By the way, Colorado, they nabbed the President's Trophy for best record in the NHL. They're the top seed. They actually had the identical record with the Las Vegas Knights, but they had more regulation wins, so Colorado gets it. Last time they won the President's Trophy, 2001.
They won the cup. They won the cup. Good luck to Colorado
The reason I dropped my head is
because they beat Jersey.
they beat Jersey in
Thank
7
God.
games with Raymond Bork.
Yes.
They cheated,
Yes.
obviously. They wanted them to
here
win.
we go.
Game 6 should have been the Devils. They
Yeah.
stole it.
Oh, stole
I
it.
swear to you, folks. Trust me when I tell you they stole it from New Jersey because they wanted to get Raymond Bork his cup. Anyway, I got a cup for you. Lions signed third-round
I got
pick
4.
Aleem
Wanna borrow one?
McNeil.
Yeah,
He's a 4-year,
That's local.
$5.1 million
That's
deal.
local.
They also signed their 7th-round running back, Jamar Jefferson, out of Oregon. So congrats to him. And are you ready for this? Patriots and the Buccaneers, October 3rd, right? What do you think the least amount of money right now a ticket is going for that game on, say, StubHub or Ticketmaster or any of those?
Matt, you know because you bought one.
I did not buy
You
one.
did. You bought one. He was the first one to buy
I
one.
won't even watch that
In
game.
Foxborough,
Yeah.
I mean,
What are the tickets starting at right
Cheapest
now?
ticket.
$750.
Double it.
1,500.
Well, $13.75.
I thought it was $11.50.
Nope. $13.75 it's up to. The top ticket right now is going for 12 G's.
That's what you
What
pay
did
for
you get?
Super Bowl
In his
tickets.
car?
Like, yeah,
What do you do?
Isn't that something?
What do you
going
get to dress
on?
next to him?
Isn't that something?
12 G's.
Yeah.
Wow.
And 10 horses go to the post for tomorrow's Preakness Stakes. You know who the favorite is. It's Medina Spirit. He'll run besides. Of course, Bob Baffert will not be there tomorrow. He does not want to be bothered. He doesn't want to be a distraction. And Concert Tour, the stablemate of Medina Spirit, will run as well. They're the favorites. Midnight Bourbon, of course, that is Pilar's horse.
Key to 5.
That's the only other horse that ran in the Derby. So the only 2 Derby horses are Medina Spirit and Midnight Bourbon. On this day in sports, I'm going to just go to yesterday. Are you ready for this? Yesterday in Colorado, get a load of this Padres fan, and I guess he's a Rockies fan. I really don't know what the hell happened here. Check this out.
Is now at third. Tommy Pham, who reached on an error, is at second.
Good night.
That's called the lawn chair. That's called the lawn chair. Did you see that guy
Fairly
fall?
shallow.
But here's the thing. What provoked that?
I don't know.
It
Well-
doesn't matter, though.
Well,
Not
I-
a
but there's.
I love that other people
But
jumped
here's
in
the thing:
and
the
whooped
guy
his
who got
ass.
knocked out, folded into a lawn chair, did not press charges. So the fact that the hearsay or the rumor that I'm saying is that there was something over a girl, and
Over
the
a
fact.
girl.
Well, because here's the thing of what was. We don't know what went on before that. Now, I'm not condoning the fact that they go out and
I think
hit
you are.
somebody, but
I think you are. He said, I think
I
I
think
don't
you
know
are
what he
condoning
said.
it.
I'm saying that let's get all the facts. But
I
the
don't care
fact
if
that
it
Just
was
the facts,
over a
man.
girl.
Pilar, the guy did not press charges. He got folded over a freaking chair, and so that means there's some responsibility there because now I look at that going, okay, you got your up and comings, and what did you do to be an idiot? Because if you're not pressing charges there,
Maybe
then
he's
how
still
the
asleep.
hell are you not at fault?
Maybe he's still asleep.
Maybe he's still sleeping.
He did put him to sleep. He did put
What?
him to sleep.
Did
No,
he
I
say he's
understand.
not pressing charges or
Yes.
he's not pressing charges now, right at this moment?
It was BS because the guy stood up and he didn't want none. The
No,
guy
no, but
he had no guard up or nothing. You know.
Anybody hear what I'm asking? What can
What did
somebody
that guy
tell me?
do?
Does anybody, any of the hookers know anything to the story? Because I've asked 8 million times on 64 threads. Does anybody know the backstory? to
I
that?
would have
Because
written you
the
if
guy-
I knew.
We don't.
So if that guy takes 3 steps towards me, I would have speared him. I would have edged him. You're coming at me?
Yeah,
you
I
knew.
mean-
Easy. When did you know? 3 steps in, he was going to throw a punch.
Yeah, he should have known. He should have did something.
Well, I
So
don't.
what do you do?
Maybe
You-
he
you're
did.
going
That's what
straight
Bruce
at
Lee
him?
would. Hey, you know what? That's
Throw
what
2
Bruce
quick
Lee would have done to
jabs.
easy.
Quick jab, you going?
2 quick
D-Mac?
jabs.
Two
Quick
quick
jab?
ones. Quick jabs.
At the guy coming
Jab,
right
jab.
at you?
No, the hand's going up like this. No, I'm going to spear him. I'm going to jump over that thing and spear him before he gets a chance. And have him by his throat
Oh,
and
my.
asking himself.
You would have
pray
been
to baby
removed from the
Jesus.
game then.
What?
You would have had to
Well,
leave the
either
game.
way, that guy had
Yeah,
to be
it's
removed
Colorado.
from the game.
You know what? I heard he was an Avalanche fan and he disrespected D-Mac. That's what's going on
that
here
what
on Twitter.
happened?
son.
You know, we've
See,
seen
easy got
fights.
to the bottom of it.
You guys never, I mean, Silverdome back in the day, Joe Louis. I mean,
God,
there
I
are
heard
fights
the
all
stories,
over in the
man.
old
The
barns.
Silverdome
and stuff.
was the best. The
What?
best fights ever.
Oh,
We're at the Silverdome.
in the upper deck?
Upper deck. I was in the lower deck, and there was blood
course you
everywhere.
were.
I was in the parking lot.
Of course you were.
No,
Of course you were.
Maz,
Tom.
have you ever been in a fight at a stadium?
no, but I've got yelled at and cussed at and all of that. But I don't get into that shit, man. I'm there
I
to watch
hate
the
when
game.
people do that.
I'm there
I
to watch
hate
the game.
so-
Get the hell out of my face. And by the way, I was in the bleachers, in the corner of the bleachers, every single game in the bleachers. Okay, the $15 seats. There's your uppity nose.
I wish I could see a young Baligian. I feel like he was a brawler back
Oh,
in the day.
Baligian,
over in the-
he's
in
the guy you
Silverdome.
want in your corner. There's no question about it.
I just don't understand why people just can't go and watch the games and be cool. Like in California, sometimes these games would get out of control And that's why, I mean, I would always pay
Well,
the
that's just because
extra
you're
money.
fighting to leave. You know, that's because it's in the parking lot on the way out, seventh
But there's
inning, when you guys are all trying to get out at the same
People would get
time.
mad. Yeah, people would get mad. Oh, my gosh. That would be even more nuts. But people get mad because you're cheering for the team that you're there to support. Like, who cares? You know what? These guys aren't paying your bills. Whether they win or lose, you go home and you're going to end up with a bloody nose, or you're going to end up with a ticket, or you're going to end up in jail. And these people that you're fighting for because somebody else is cheering for them, they're not giving you any money. They're not doing anything for you. They don't even know your name.
Let
Why
me cheer
are you
you up.
fighting for
Can I
them?
cheer you up?
Please.
Okay. That was at Coors Field. Let's go to Comerica Park yesterday. Easy, put up that wonderful, sweet picture from the Tiger Den yesterday.
It's in the future picture of you.
I love this.
Look at that. That was from yesterday's game. Pictures all over the internet. That is as sweet as they come right there. Man keeping score of the game all by himself, chilling out. His wife probably in the ladies' room. And he's just enjoying the beautiful weather at Comerica yesterday.
That is something so
That's-
beautiful.
You know how
I
I
said
know
that
that's
to my
not
kids.
Maz?
I
You
said
know how
that
know
to my
it's not
kids.
Maz? Because it's not in the bleachers. The $15 seats. Those are the $40 seats. Maz would never up to the snob section.
He was rocking no mask, too. Did you notice that?
I did see that. His
Did he have it
mask
around
is
his neck,
down.
right?
He had
That's
it
good.
around
Yelled
his
at?
neck.
Good for him. He probably will be getting
too
yelled
cute.
at a minute
Are
later.
you going to go look for him tonight?
I'd love to find him.
No,
I
you
would
will.
love to.
Yeah.
You know you will on your little walk before there. When
I'll tell you,
get there
Trevor
for
Thompson
batting
Trevor
practice.
Thompson should be looking for him tonight for Bally's.
Someone call him a
Interview
time
that
Wait,
guy.
you
traveler.
producing for Bally's now?
Yeah,
Attaboy.
always chip in.
That's it.
When I can.
I
What
love
did,
it.
What did you say, Easy?
Someone on social media called that guy a time traveler.
Totally.
I wish I could go with him.
It's
Yes,
incredible.
you do.
Could you imagine,
That's
though,
like 1930s right there.
if we had to dress
I miss
up
my era.
to go to, you don't even have to dress up to go to church anymore. I mean, you don't have to dress
Right.
up for anything anymore. But could you imagine if it was just
Joe Falls. That's who
a-
reminded me of right there.
a rule
He dressed better than Joe.
that
No,
you
I
need to
know,
go
but,
and
time
dress up like that every time you go to a game?
That's how it used to be.
I know that's
was
how it
beautiful.
used to be.
Well, remember when Maz shows us all these days in sports and stuff, and they're black and white, and the
Remember that
people
hockey
cheering
picture?
Bobby Thompson
Remember
and
that
stuff
hockey
like that.
picture
They
I
all
showed
got-
you? That hockey picture with Gordie
Yeah.
Howe
Oh,
in front
yeah.
of that net?
Yeah.
You know that
They all
gorgeous
got
picture?
ties and-
Gorgeous.
yeah, that would be nice.
That's the days, man. Sorry,
sure.
I don't mean to be old man on you, but it's sweet.
Wasn't there All in the
It is
Family?
sweet.
That's
I mean,
right, All in the
listen.
Family.
Sometimes I just want to wear sweats, though, whenever I go out, so I understand it.
I don't believe you.
I do.
I don't even think you wear sweats at home.
Oh, really? I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Sometimes I have to ask myself, Pilar, did you brush your teeth today? No, I'm kidding.
No,
Well,
you're not.
I'm
It's
the
okay,
same
Pilar.
way.
Hey, Pilar, don't you? You're not kidding. We all know.
I'm kidding.
I'm the
It'd be
same way.
like
I wear
that.
sweats.
I wear sweats at home, though. Like, for real, though. I do wear sweats. I love sweats.
Good.
Comfy, oversized sweats.
That
That's
a
my
girl?
favorite thing to
Anywhere
wear.
but here, I'm
What's the
wearing
difference between
sweats.
sweats and track pants?
There's an update on that fight, D-Mac.
So track pants are from like the 90s. Those were sweatpants in the 90s, but they were.
So it's just the evolution.
It's just the
Well,
evolution. but-
Lululemon knocked it right out of the gate
For
when they
sure.
started coming out with that stuff. Hey, Maz, how you like that for
Yeah.
having teenage daughters?
Believe me,
Went through
most
that.
of my money goes there.
Went through that phase.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What you got,
What's
Easy?
the update?
So it's just as stupid as it looked. Jenna Newman, shout out Jenna Newman on Facebook. She says allegedly a Padres fan was being taunted and basically said F it and made it physical and knocked the guy out.
That's it?
Yep. So he's
Well, that's over the line.
over the line. Yeah.
I mean,
it
D-Mac, you're
bad
making
enough
it seem
that
like
the
maybe it was about a.
Avalanche- I'm sorry. Isn't it bad enough that the Padres are so good and the Rockies suck? Isn't that enough? Poor guy.
DC said, I've tried to start a fight at games, hence I was on a first name basis with security. Don't fight, people. Just be cool. Just
be cool.
Be cool.
But that's their cool part. Their cool way is going to a game and beating the shit out of someone.
all right, well, just be
That's
chill.
not me. That's obviously people at the Silverdome, and maybe the guy is from the Silverdome, the Padres guy.
Just be chill then. Like, just be cool, people. Go and have a good time. So, all right, Maz. Good sports update
Thank you.
today.
I got
that one.
more coming up.
Yeah, we can't wait. So we'll have more sports updates in our second hour. Guys, great news for Michigan as we start to open back up. there's some kind of normalcy in the air. Great news for people who are vaccinated. We will share what that great news is, if you have not already heard it, with you when we come back. Don't go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Start a new career in an industry that is always essential, the heating and cooling industry. Learn more today by visiting northwesterntech.edu.
Oh, shucks.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. It's Friday. I love Fridays. It's fine. It's fine. Just roll with it.
It's not working.
Just roll with it.
Yeah, go out and come back in.
I've already done that, but I'll do it again.
Yeah, right.
I've already done it again. My beatbox is down.
Your beatbox is never working, I swear.
Son of a gun.
All right.
The beatbox is beat.
Yeah, it is.
Let's try this.
Hey, guys. All right, so good news for Michiganders. Starting tomorrow, if you're fully vaccinated, you're allowed to now start going indoors without a mask. So you're no longer going to be called a mask hole.
Let's listen to.
No, but he's always a masshole.
Yeah.
Let's listen to the Gov. The Gov earlier today broke it down for us. Give it a listen.
Big Gretch.
Hi everyone, it's Governor Gretchen Whitmer. I wanted to give you a heads up that we are updating our state's mask guidelines for fully vaccinated Michiganders, so we align with the CDC's latest guidance. This means beginning tomorrow at 9 a.m., everyone who is 2 weeks out from their second dose of the COVID-19 vaccine can go without a mask, outdoors and indoors. It's a huge step on our path back to normal that we're able to take thanks to the vast majority of Michiganders who have gotten vaccinated and stepped up to protect their communities. We thank you. We have safe, effective COVID vaccines. Throughout this entire pandemic, our North Star has been data and science from the CDC and our public health professionals. And we are going to continue to listen and trust the experts. And after months of getting out the damn vaccines, the data is clear. The COVID-19 vaccines are a miracle of modern science, and they work to keep people safe from this deadly virus. I had my second COVID-19 shot just a little over 2 weeks ago, and I'm excited to get back to the things that we all know and love. So this doesn't mean that the COVID-19 pandemic is over. And that's why I'm encouraging all of you to make a plan to get vaccinated, or have a conversation with your family or friends who may not have yet been vaccinated but have questions about these vaccines. Let's get back to normal. Let's do this together and put the pandemic behind us once and for all.
Did she say get back to normal?
No.
I think she did. I think she's really trying to be hip. And she didn't have her mask on for the first time. Well, yesterday was the first time. And she's smiling more now.
But
she got a great PR person in her ear saying, "Okay, here's what you got to do now if you want to get reelected."
I would say, well, it's reelection
Start smiling,
time, right?
Take your mask off, and basically say, "Okay, Michigan, let's catch up to the rest of the country."
Man,
That's what
she was at her
saying.
house. It looked like she was at her house.
Yeah,
In her
So
house.
she's allowed to have her mask off at her
I know,
house.
but she it doesn't matter. Every single speech she's given she has a mask on.
Yeah, but she's not at her house.
Okay.
She's mostly
Yeah.
at the Lansing office or
In
whatever.
the office.
Good point, Fish.
That's a very good point.
But
That's
that
on
would be
point.
funny. I mean, wouldn't surprise me if she wore a mask in her own house.
The fact of the matter is, you know what, if anybody watched the Bell and Baligian show weekdays here 11 to 1, but you can go back, and Sean, like I even said, I'm paying his swear jar. I paid the fine because he went off for the fact of it's the accountability of the whole thing is your parents saying you do as I say, not as I do. And the fact Jenna brought it up, the fact that, oh, I forgot I went to Florida, I lied, or all this stuff, like circumventing what she's tried to hold down. It's the credibility of whatever. Like, great that she's taken, it's still slower than what the CDC says if we're going to let science go. So I'm just glad we're getting to this point. And I know this because I know this, shameless plug. Look forward to tomorrow night in Heartland doing the Habitat for Humanity. So I've started to do comedy again, starting to get on the weekends. So thank goodness it's been so long. Right. So, but it's just like you said, Maz, that you see right through it because it's just be genuine. That's the one thing about us Michiganders, whether you're born here, whether you consider yourself like Pilar and I, Michiganders, and it's the fact that drop the bullshit. Just drop it, and just say, tell us what bless you.
Thank you.
Right, exactly. See, Pilar's bullshit meter went off, and it's anytime I say that, it just tells you. It's like when I smoke good weed, I tend to sneeze. It's just you got to understand self-awareness.
When I look at the sun, I sneeze. Did you know that?
Did you?
The first time, if I walk out it's
because you're not from this planet.
I walk outside, and if it's sunny, I sneeze.
That's a thing. That's a thing. If you look at the light, you sneeze.
I sneeze.
Really?
Every
my
time.
mom used to tell me that.
Maybe, well, I don't know, but going back to this, I'm happy to see some type of normalcy, and what I hope happens is that
what do you hope?
If you're not vaccinated, that you don't say you're vaccinated and then just go maskless, right? Like, Fish, what do you have to...
That's what I was going to say. You're going to see everyone in the world say today that they're vaccinated. They're going to show their vaccination pins and their cards saying they're vaccinated.
Fake cards.
Well, so these vaccine cards, the FBI is now cracking down on them.
Give me a call.
But I don't think they can't ask you for your cards, do they?
I don't know.
I mean, that's against
I think to go
HIPAA.
into places though, like if you're trying to go into a venue or like I want to go to the Logan Paul thing, I'm sure I'm gonna probably have to get a vaccine.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get
proof and stuff.
I'm gonna show my card tonight at the game when I'm sitting down.
Yeah, see?
I'm going to be sitting down in the...
Let me know if they ask, because I feel like that's...
If this is your card, you're going to go...
A lot of people think they will. I think they will. I don't think it's... I don't think they're allowed to, but they're going to.
Here, buddy. I'm Tom Masley. Here's my card.
So
now, listen. Hold on. Okay, yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. I'm not going to flip... I won't flip them off, though.
Hates the birdie.
But you suddenly go...
I do hate the birdie.
You hate the birdie. I don't know what Tom...
card.
I don't know what Tom Masway hates more, Tom Brady or someone who flips the bird.
Ooh, it's tough.
Yeah.
I just think it's so trashy. I hate it.
If you had to say, I love Tom Brady, oh my.
No, I'd rather get flipped off.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so that's good news, and I mean, just remember
as of
though,
tomorrow.
If you are
tomorrow.
Yeah, because it's got a timeline, right? I mean, this disease or pandemic has
hold on.
It only comes out at what, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
No, on the 24th.
D-Mac, it's 11 p.m. It ends at 11.
11 p.m.
No,
so
guys, come on. You can't, because that's just the way everything's done, right? When you implement a rule, you need to say effective tomorrow. We'll start this. She's never said effective immediately. She'll always say like
other governors do that.
Yeah, but she's always said
what about other
effective
other states?
Tomorrow or effective Wednesday. It's never been effective
without
immediately.
Telling us why it's not effective. Why is it effective tomorrow?
Effective tomorrow because people have still been going around today. Maybe there's a whole new wave
but
of
I'm saying,
people.
Why can't she tell us why? That's all I'm asking is to give me direction, but tell me why you're giving me direction.
Does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
But does it matter?
The why matters.
It matters because I don't trust this governor because of what comes out of her mouth isn't the actions that come out of her body.
But it's only half another day.
But it's not the point, Pilar. It's a point. It's a point of trusting your leadership to the fact of why don't you tell us why? Because I know that if I have somebody in a relationship and have pure intentions and there's a misunderstanding, well, we're going to get through it. But there's also going to be the understanding of why I felt a certain way or why the other person felt a certain way, and we're going to get through it for the next time. She's not helping her own cause that she's created herself by not telling us why we have to wait. She should be making it a lot easier than she is for herself.
But it's on the way, okay?
Yeah,
I understand that, but that's always.
I get it.
Starting tomorrow, if you've been vaccinated, you're not being required in according to the CDC laws. No, you know what? There has to be some level
How about
of
this, Pilar?
people
You
just
can't regulate it though. That's the
No,
problem.
I understand you can't regulate, but my God,
CDC
people,
made a big mistake.
Pilar, are you okay if
They
I
made a
don't wear it
big mistake.
outside? Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
If I'm walking around Birmingham,
Yeah,
are you
I don't-
okay if I don't wear it?
Yeah, I don't care if you
Okay,
wear
good.
it outside,
Are
because
you gonna wear it?
outside?
Yeah.
If I'm around other people, yes. But if
Why?
I'm by myself,
I'm not
then
telling
no.
you. First of
I'm
all,
going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because I'm not
Big mistake,
vaccinated.
CDC. You made a big mistake.
Here's I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm not vaccinated.
You're outside.
No, I understand that I'm outside. I said if I'm outside by myself, I'm not going to.
What's by yourself
do this.
mean? Like nobody on the street?
If there's nobody else around me, if I'm outside, if I'm sitting somewhere, or no, not sitting somewhere because you can eat or whatever, but if I'm in a crowd and there's other people, I don't know if I try to stay home as much. I try to be as careful as possible, right, because of my little kids. But if I am going to be around other people and I don't know for 100% fact that I'm not carrying the virus, I don't know people that are still vaccinated. You being vaccinated, you can still get the virus. Of course,
Yeah, I
you know,
know.
this whole thing.
It's like a flu shot.
Right. The Yankees have brought this whole thing to fruition.
Don't blame the
about
Yankees.
No.
Okay.
What they did was they brought this whole thing to fruition because it was such a high profile. So many people. No, because so many people on the team that had already been fully vaccinated were getting. We're still getting the COVID-19. They're calling it the breakthrough. The CDC, everybody addressed it because it was so high profile. They just made the CDC address it. And the CDC said, yes, it is to try and prevent it, but basically the main focus here is to prevent severe illnesses, prevent you from being hospitalized, and to prevent deaths. It doesn't mean you can't get it. So I'm not going to be a mask hole knowing that I'm not vaccinated and possibly give it to somebody else. So no, until...
Okay, so let me ask you this. On my way in, I took Old Woodward in, and there's a restaurant, and they had the outdoor seating.
Okay.
Every single seat was filled, and they were eating. Now, there's a sidewalk outside of that. What if you were walking past that group? Are you wearing a mask?
Well, I shouldn't be walking I shouldn't be on top of them anyways.
What? You have to because it's on the sidewalk. They're allowing you. You could walk to another place, which is right next door. Are you wearing your mask outside when all of those people are sitting outside
Just
enjoying?
right down here, picture you
they're
walking across
enjoying-
Birmingham Road.
If I-
People
They're
are
enjoying
outside
their
there,
lunch.
down there eating at
I don't,
Birmingham
but
Road.
I don't
There's a
ever walk
sidewalk down.
even in this little sidewalk right here in front of.
I'm just saying to
Birmingham
you,
Road.
if you're outside-
I'm still 6 feet away.
Okay, but you don't need to be 6 feet. That's all bullshit. Trust me. Listen, I bought in for months. You're outside. It's bullshit.
Kick a mask.
Enough.
Listen, if
I'm going to
gonna
the
be
ball game tonight.
sneezing
I'll
on
be
people-
damned if I'm going to wear a mask once I'm in the stadium and I'm sitting down.
Ease,
That
you got
freaking
that
mask is
bail
off.
money. We got to put it
off.
aside. We might have to bail Mazzo tonight
But
after he's getting
if the
tossed.
old guy
Hey,
comes
sir,
down,
I'm sorry, sir. You got to put your mask on.
if the old usher comes down like fish
Sorry,
and tells
sir,
me
you
put it
gotta put
on,
your mask on.
I'm going to say okay, and then as soon as he walks out, I'm going to take it off.
And then he's gonna
I'm
come
going to be
back.
respectful to the guy
Sir.
because he's doing his
because
job.
he's doing his
Sir,
job.
I've asked you once already. Sir,
Sir, this is the
if I have to come
58th
back
time.
in, sir, I'm
Sorry,
gonna
I'm
have to
eating.
ask you.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to have a bag of peanuts open. That's it. And I'm going to have
And
the
roll it
peanut
in the
shells
third
on my
inning.
shirt.
Somebody
that.
just put the mask cam on match tonight at the
Do
game
that.
just to see
Because
what he
there will
goes
be
through.
peanut
It's all
shells
about
on
just
my
being
shirt.
respectful and cautious of other people. I don't know if somebody else has an underlying issue. I don't know if somebody else is newly pregnant.
hold
I
out,
don't
honey.
know all that. So
Hold on,
out
please.
of respect for other people,
Hold on,
I
respect.
will wear my
There's
mask.
no one next to me.
Then that's fine.
No, but it's not because they yell at you.
Tom Mazaway, stop yelling because you're spitting when you talk.
I try
Maz,
not
I'm
to.
sorry. It's the
sorry.
100th time I've had to come and ask you to put your mask on, and it's only the 5th inning. Put your mask on.
Oh my
D-Mac,
gosh.
you know what's gonna be hilarious is when Maz calls us for the bail money. We tell him we spent it on those Tom Brady tickets. Those $1,300 Tom Brady tickets.
Whatever, man.
And Tom, I'm just kidding. You're not spitting when
I
you
know.
talk.
Thank you. I try not to.
I'm just saying that's I'm
Very-
careful
very
of other
conscious of
people,
that.
and I'm going to be careful. I understand that the mask doesn't. I understand that the mask doesn't prevent me from getting it, but it prevents me from spreading it to other people if I don't know I have it and I'm out in public. That's it.
Kevin Allen's coming on next.
Hey,
Yes.
if we bail you out, don't be surprised if there's like 8 Tom Brady jerseys we're giving you as your gift.
Right? Oh my gosh. If we bail you out, the only way I'm going to let you out is if you're wearing a Tom Brady jersey.
I've
And
never
it'll
been
be
in
the
jail.
1974 Bucks one you want.
76.
76.
There's
weren't
a first
born
time
yet in
for
74.
everything.
Matt, I can never last a night in jail. Please.
No,
Me
not- do
neither.
not.
Me neither. I would not
can't.
be. I would
the
not
only
be a
jail
good
I
eater.
could live in was Andy Griffith's jail in Mayberry.
Mayberry.
That was it. That's it. Other than that, I would die.
Oh my goodness.
You got to sleep on
Die.
the floor.
Ugh.
All right, guys.
I would have hold it in instead of go to that freaking metal toilet. Oh, God.
Well,
How do those guys
I'm
do it?
excited that Maz, starting tomorrow,
Totally have
can
a
start to
choice.
go to all his games without a mask. All right? I'm very happy for you. I'm oh, look, and it matches. This is the best thing about Maz. Not only does he have 1,000,001 different pullovers, he's also got the matching masks to go with them.
I got my Yankees,
It's
my
phenomenal.
Giants, my Lions, my Tigers.
He had that in his pocket and he was spitting all over you. That's just,
Right?
Yeah,
How
you know.
rude.
See, I have it with me. Just in case there's a little snobby person to tell me to put it on, I got it with me.
Keep that
Just in
motherfucking
case.
thing on me.
Hey, you know what Maz hates the most? Is that snobby golfer person with a Tom Brady jersey.
Oof, that's gross.
That's hard for him to swallow. All right, guys. Thanks for all the interaction on our social media. Thanks for having my back here. David said Matt just gave Pilar COVID.
I still have my antibodies, folks.
Yeah,
I
that's
got
the only
news for you.
reason why I'm okay sitting next to him this close because because I know he still has his antibodies. All right, guys.
Dave said Maz just gave Pilar COVID.
Yes, isn't that funny? No, don't play, guys. That wouldn't be cool.
God
I got
forbid.
2 little babies at
I'm
home.
not laughing at COVID. Believe
Right.
me.
Yes,
Trust me,
it's
I'm
not
not.
funny. It's not funny. All right, guys. Up next, we've got Kevin Allen from USA Today, hockey writer,
Long
big-time
time.
author, good friend of DMAC here. Hopefully, he's going to spill some stories that weren't in his book. So stick around. We've got Kevin Allen up next here on The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Morning, Art.
Morning, D-Mac.
Hey guys, it's Maz for our good friends at David Hall Financial. Have you had your free Hall Financial 5-minute mortgage checkup yet? Well, why not? Get on it. You can get the rates in the 2s that could be saving you hundreds a month. You could also knock down some years off of your loan. Hall Financial is fast. They do all the heavy lifting for you, and they do it in less than a month's time. So give DavidHallMortgage.com a try. Get on there now and tell them that Woodward Sports sent you, your family here at Woodward Sports, and tell them Maz as well, because I've been dealing with them for a long, long time. Hall Financial, lower payments, better options, more personal attention.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. Guys, thanks
This
so
button
much
box is still not working.
for interacting with us on our social
You just need
media
to restart and you'll be good to go.
at Woodward Sports.
Be the
You
15th
guys
time I
can
restarted it.
give us a call, 313-552-6322.
Thing's a
Joining
piece
us
of crap.
shortly, we have Kevin Allen from USA Today. Great hockey writer, also a phenomenal author. We're going to be talking Stanley Cup playoffs with him. But Fish, right now, we've got a call, don't we?
It works.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
It works.
All right, who do we have?
We have Ethan who wants to talk Tigers baseball.
Is that my man, Ethan?
Ethan.
EP? What's happening, Ethan?
Yeah. How you doing, Maz?
Doing good. D-Max here. Pilar's here as well. What's shaking, kid?
What's shaking? We're hitting the game up tonight, and I wanted to kind of talk about the Tigers a little bit because all these people who keep saying Al Avila needs to go. They need to be a little bit more patient. I don't think they understand how a rebuild works.
Now, let me ask you this, Ethan. About a year ago, we were doing a show together, me, you, and D-Mac, and I think you said the Tigers are going to be competitive by 2022. Did you not say that?
I totally said that.
And are you staying with that?
Am I staying with that? Yes, I am, Maz. And the reason I'm staying with that is if if Chris Ilitch is smart, he will open up the checkbook this offseason when you really get this big batch of big-name free agents, and he will sign his shortstop of the future. He will sign a legitimate outfielder and one legit starting pitcher.
I'm with you. I hope he can do that. I just don't believe that it's going to happen. Mac, I ask you, do you think he's ready to open up the purse strings yet?
Yeah, you know, it's such a different question just because it's a Chris Ilitch, but it's not the same passion as Mike Ilitch held. So,
yeah, well, could it? You know what we talked about the other day?
Yeah.
This should be, you know, Atanas Illich's.
Well, there's a whole. We can get into all that of where
if he didn't get sick and stuff didn't happen to him years ago, and he was the heir apparent to his dad Mike, and I think he had more passion for the sports teams than Chris does. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, and I think it goes to right now is where the Tigers are at, is where it's the same thing that as far as the Patriots not ready. Why would you? Because they're not going anywhere, and it's sort of like he's got the general manager at a minimal contract. You know, he brought in A.J. Hinch, which was in my opinion was a great move, but I think there's so much other things going on. Yeah, the right thing would be to replace him, but who are you going to replace him with? And unless you're going to get Theo Epstein, which I don't think you're going to get,
that would be awesome.
You know, then you can't pull the trigger now because they're so far away. So at least give me something.
Now, Ethan, we're going to the game tonight. Your guy, the guy you highly touted, Tarek Skubal, is on the hill. Are you still seeing what you thought you were going to see out of this guy?
I mean, yeah, as we kind of talked about last night, Maz, you and I, you know, my whole thing with these rookie pitchers, Skubal, Mize, they've done well. It doesn't look like they have when you look at the stats, when you look at the records, and it's because every time they pitch well, the Tigers can't even score a run. Skubal, I still think, going to be the best of the three out of Mize, Manning, and him. And there's nothing wrong with having a power lefty in that rotation. And with Skubal, remember, I started watching him when I was in college because, hell, we played against him. The kid's been talented for years. So I don't know so much. It's just the control for him. But once he gets that control down, he's like a Chris Sale almost with a better fastball.
Oh, I hope you're right, man. We could use a Chris Sale. By the way, he's probably going to be coming back maybe by the All-Star break. So now explain to my compadres here, the last time we went to a game on a Friday night, it was against Kansas City. How many people were in our section, Ethan?
You probably had 4 or 5 people in the last, 4 or 5 rows behind us. The way they have it set up, there's really nobody around you. Maz and I had an entire row to ourselves.
We had an entire 5 rows, 6 rows by ourselves.
But obviously, we've learned here, if you're spitting on Pilar, then nobody 4 or 5 rows away is safe. So doing it for your health. Matt's just trying to get a coat seller on not wearing a mask. Ethan, you're in charge. Just give me a call if he gets kicked out and I got to bring the bail money. That's all. Because it's 50-50.
Okay. We'll do. I mean, we had the closest thing to us that game were the pigeons.
That's it. I was feeding the pigeons. That's how. There was no one in the section. I was giving them my peanuts. They love the peanuts. Anyway, we'll have a bag of peanuts open tonight, so we can at least have our masks off while we're having those.
Will do.
All right. I'll see you later.
Thanks for the call, Ethan.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for having me on.
Best Tiger fan out there, Ethan Perlman.
Well,
is our man Kevin on yet?
I feel like.
Easy. Is Kevin on? Not yet. Let me give him a holler.
Poor guy, you put him on the spot. Ask him, does he still believe that by 2022, this
23.
team
Well, he was
is going to be...
To Maz's defense, he was pretty gung-ho about what was coming down the pipe, and so far not as good as he thought. So, but there's still time.
Kevin said he followed the instructions to get on the video, and he hasn't been able to get on yet. So we'll try and we'll get him on here in a minute. We can go to
maybe just a call too. Whatever it takes.
We can go to our Teddy ball game here. Let's go to our Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So this is actually some good stuff here. Teddy Bridgewater criticizes the Panthers coaching for the way that they coach, primarily in the their practices.
Yeah, he's talking about Matt Rule and Joe Brady, who used to be here in Detroit. And now, of course, they traded him away for like a 6th-round pick, I think, to Denver. So he's in Denver, and he goes on this podcast, and he's got this to say about the way the Panthers do their business.
The whole deal in Carolina, it is what it is, man. I told him, once the season ended that I wear big boy draws, man, and I understand the nature of this business, and it's a performance-based business. And, I could sit up here and say, okay, Christian got hurt, or we didn't have this, didn't have that, but that's not me. I look in that mirror and I say, hey, you got to tighten up. So it's, little things, that I could have done better. And, as an organization, it's things that, you can do better as well. But I think, man, I'll just say this for Joe Brady's growth, I think, man, like that organization, they'll have to like just practice different things, in different ways. Like one of the things we didn't do much of when I was there, we didn't practice 2-minute really. We didn't practice red zone,
What?
so.
It was the most important thing.
What?
That's what
you used to have a whole day devoted for 2-minute in red zone. That's Thursday practice.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I guess the game, man, is becoming about science, and trying to keep guys healthy. So, like, you didn't practice on Fridays there, but you walked through you walk through the red zone stuff, and then Saturday you come out and practice red zone, but you only get like 15 live reps, and guys' reps will be limited. Yeah, so I mean, that's the unknown, but I'm a pro, man. I could sit up here and throw all of that out there, but at the end of the day, that won't get me nowhere, man.
So what I find very interesting, though, when Teddy's calling out the coaching system for basically not practicing red zone and not practicing the 2-minute drills, which is where Teddy Bridgewater really did struggle. He can say that they didn't have.
Might have been his own fault, though.
No, I was going to say yes. He did kind of throw a little digger in there by saying, I can say I didn't have Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey was hurt the majority of last year, but he also did have Mike Davis, who for the majority of the games was able to completely handle the workload. So he can say it, but he can say I'm not going to say it, or I could say it, but he is kind of saying it. But the other thing, what really does concern me here is that if this is a coaching system that is not focusing on red zone, is not focusing on or practicing their red zone, not practicing the 2-minute drill, Sam Darnold does not have a high red zone completion rate. He doesn't have much success.
He didn't have a chance.
That's what I'm saying. But Sam Darnold, so you're going to take another quarterback who needs help in the red zone, who needs help in that 2-minute drill, and you're going to take him into a system that is not going to focus, at least last year, is not focusing on practicing that. Sam Darnold's going to be in just as much trouble as Teddy Bridgewater was.
What he just did there was he peeled the onion back to a little bit of and whatever the responsibility or shade, but it goes to what he said is bringing in a college coach and Matt Rule, first year. It's about keeping guys healthy, the science, the numbers, doing it my way. Well, your way doesn't work, obviously, when you don't have a quarterback or in a system, or it's not college, it's NFL at the top of the league that you need these reps. I don't care who you are. We're a Stanley Cup team. You look at our 0-2 team. We needed to practice. You got to get used to everybody in different situations because there's trust, and that explains something. So it comes down to coaching, and it comes down to accountability. So to me, it just peels the onion back. To your point about Sam Darnold, well, if he struggles, then there might be the same questions as they're still trying to do it the same way. So I agree with you as far as it's not going to work unless they change things and realize that that's an issue because it's the NFL, it's not college.
Anything's going to be an upgrade compared to what Adam Gase did with this kid. And I know Adam Gase came in as some offensive genius, but he has not done well. Let's just face it. He has got egg on his face. And I doubt he'll ever get another job, head coach again in the NFL.
I do hope that they understand. I mean, Sam Darnold is ranked last year 25th in red zone for quarterbacks with a completion of 58.5% completion in the red zone. So, I mean, this is something you really need to focus on, especially if you're going to bring in somebody who's got a track record of not being successful with red zone and not being successful in the 2-minute drill. That's really important if you want your new quarterback to succeed. Otherwise, stop bringing in guys that aren't naturally talented with the 2-minute drill or aren't naturally talented.
We'll see how it shakes out. I think Matt Rule is going to be a good coach in the NFL. And Teddy Bridgewater, it could be a little bit of sour grapes too. I mean, let's face it, he didn't have much of a shot last year. And, of course, they traded for his replacement, and they dumped him off for a 6th-round draft pick. So he's got to have some sour taste in his mouth. There's no question about it.
As much as an explanation of a guy, college guy coming in going, oh, I got the latest and greatest. Here's the sabermetrics. Here's the cocktail of the week or whatever. And it just explains that why some things might not work and translate to the next level. Why is Urban Meyer or Nick Saban never been able to move to the next level? Urban Meyer will find out, but obviously they do things differently, and then there's an ego and a mentality about doing it your own way, and you'll do it as long as you can. But to your point, Pilar, yes, in Carolina with the lineup they have, whether it's Teddy Bridgewater or Sam Darnold, they need to be nurtured as quarterbacks.
Sure.
It's not like bringing in a Russell Wilson or an Aaron Rodgers. So
but I also do feel that if you know you're struggling in this, and you know that you need extra practice in this, and you know that on Fridays you're doing walkthroughs and Saturdays is when they're doing different practices, then take the Kobe Bryant approach. What was it, after practice? Wouldn't Kobe Bryant sit there and throw 1,000 free throws or however many?
He'd be up at 4 a.m. and he would go to the gym and he would shoot his 1,000 free throws.
Right.
And anyone that wanted to train with him, he'd say, I'll pick you up at 4. They thought 4 in the afternoon. He's like, no, 4 in the morning. So, that's why he's going into Hall of Fame tomorrow.
Right. Very well deserved.
Yeah.
Very, very well deserved. So let us know your thoughts. Let us know how you think Sam Darnold is going to be doing in Carolina. Do you think he's going to find some success under a new coaching system, or do you feel that he's going to just go into another coaching system that's not going to be able to nourish him like he needs to? And I mean, he's still a young quarterback. Came out of the gate, a rookie, was forced to start in a terrible situation.
He won in his first debut here. He beat the Lions on a Monday Night Football game. And so, we were all there.
That was back in the day.
Not that far.
That was back in the day.
Anyway, I want to wish a happy 38th birthday. He is 38, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
38 years old to Frank Gore. And why do I bring Frank Gore? I mean, he is, are you ready for this? Mac, what do you think Frank Gore is on the all-time NFL rushing list? Where do you think he falls?
I know he's third.
He's third. He is third.
I know he's third.
In a million years, if you asked me that question, give me the top 3. You said, give me the top 10. I would have rambled them down.
I only know that because he did it this year.
I would have said Emmitt Smith.
It's fresh in my brain.
I would have said Emmitt Smith.
That brain
Walter Payton. Frank Gore. Frank Gore's got 16,000 yards. He's 700 yards away from passing Walter Payton for second place. And this is the guy that Jets had for the past couple of years.
Crazy.
Barry Sanders is 4th with 15,269 yards. So, and Barry Sanders never gave a damn about records. He could have been way ahead of everybody, but he just did his thing. Adrian Peterson is 5th. Curtis Martin, 6th. LaDainian Tomlinson's another guy I didn't think would be in the top 10. He's 7th. The bust, Jerome Bettis, I didn't think he'd be in there. He is 8th. Eric Dickerson for sure. Tony Dorsett. And then you got Jim Brown now down to 11th. Marcus Allen below him. Edgerrin James. Franco Harris. Frank Gore is 3rd. He's going to be 2nd by the end of this year with a little luck. In an all-time NFL rushing list, he goes 38 years of age today. So I wish him a congratulations.
Patrick Marleau passing Gordie Howe this year as the games played in the NHL. And did you see?
I did. You sent me that. Yes. Let me explain what Darren sent to me. No, Darren, you tell him. Go ahead.
It's that the Howe family from the Hockey Hall of Fame. The Hockey Hall of Fame gave the Howe family back the Gordie Howe stick when he set the record for most games played in the NHL. But they wanted Patrick Marleau's from his last game. So what the Howe family did is gave the stick to Patrick Marleau as a commemoration to his accomplishment, which I thought was aces. So he'll appreciate it. And again, records are made to be broken, and you see some of the ones that fall down where you don't really think they will. But, you know, Frank Gore, happy 38th, and he just keeps bell counting it and doing it. So, you know, like you said, if he stays healthy and with some luck, he'll get to second.
Kevin Allen is having a hard time getting through on the video, so we will call him.
Yes.
After we take this next break.
All right, so stick around. Kevin Allen is up next. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire a graduate of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Hey guys, happy Friday. If you are into the vodka, I say don't tell me what, tell me who. The people behind 8 Ball Vodka, made in Detroit, they are the who. Born and distilled in single 90-liter batches, optimal quality control and care. Carbon filtered, aerated, and bottled at perfect time to produce a subtle taste with smooth finish and a character all its own. Pilar tells me that is important when you want this cocktail. So go to Myers and get it, or go to any bar and ask for 8 Mile Vodka. But when you do, just like Pilar when she's slamming this bottle tonight, drink responsibly.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, let's try and get Kevin Allen on with us here from USA Today, hockey writer, also phenomenal author.
Used to be with USA Today. He's a long time with USA Today. Now he's just a freelance guy, but he's not just on anything. The guy knows hockey like nobody's business, and author of Darren's book.
Yeah, he co-wrote the book with Darren.
Yeah, how's that work, Darren? Like when you co-write, do you tell him your story, then he writes it down to like book format?
Once you ask him if he's on the line.
But do we have him?
No, we go. So as a ghostwriter or whatever, and this is where I tell everybody where I found that, you know, Clearwater Beach, and when I did my not sabbatical, but I'd move away for about 1.5 years at a time. But I went down there, and what I do is I talk to Kevin 2 or 3 times a week for 2 or 3, 4 hours, and we just go through different subjects. And he was the one that, you know, would lead me in different directions and how we put it. And the one thing that I love, and knew not only is he, you know, the keeper of the secrets, but also too is that when you read my book, My Last Fight, True Story of a Hockey Rock Star, you hear my voice. So, you know, you hear my voice, and that's the greatest compliment that I could want, because he captures the essence. I mean, I'm a little bit rough around the edges, even though I am the head of HR. See that? I am the head of HR at Woodward Sports.
This was phenomenal.
So
I walked into work today, and he's wearing this shirt. D-Mac is wearing this shirt with this
head of HR.
Head of HR. I mean, congratulations, D-Mac.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations
Appreciate it,
on the big title. Do we have a call, or do we have Alan?
No, we have Kevin Allen.
Kevin, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. I did try to get in on video. I could see you, but I just couldn't connect for whatever reason.
That's okay, Kev. We forgive you.
No, we
understand.
appreciate the effort.
Technologically challenged.
That's all right, Kev. Hey, the playoffs are starting. The Stanley Cup playoffs. Best of the 16 teams that are remaining. They've done it. NHL got through the season. And where does it take us? What are some of the best matchups that you're looking forward to?
Well, you know, it's really a strange playoff because, you know, we got to go back like to when the World Series, when we didn't play, AL didn't play NL during the regular season, because it's really kind of a mystery. Like, we know how good teams are within the division, but they only played each other. So we don't really know how the Tampa Bay Lightning measure up against the Toronto Maple Leafs. And they'll start out in division play, so for 2 rounds, they'll keep playing the same teams they played. But then we're going to cross over, and then the fun begins. But, you know, I look at some of these divisions, like the East Division, you know, good team. The New York Rangers didn't even make the playoffs. And we have 4 teams that are very similar. I think if you say you know who's going to win that division, you're just lying to yourself. I think it could go one of 4 different ways. I think the Penguins have been very impressive. Everybody kept waiting for them to fade. But, they got Crosby, they got Malkin now. They've got Jeff Carter, and they didn't fade. And they're still there. They're on the top. And, I think they've got every opportunity to move beyond this round. And, the matchup that I'm really curious about is the Boston-Washington matchup. I think it was no bargain for Washington that drew Boston, because Boston, didn't play very well early, but they got it together late and qualified for the playoffs. And I think Boston could win that series and make push Washington out pretty quickly. That Boston team, two good scoring lines. Of course, they've got Tuukka Rask and goal and a pretty strong defense. So I think that division is going to be trouble for everybody. Carolina's been a big surprise. I look for them to take care of Nashville this season. They play very, very well. And in the West, nobody's talked much about Las Vegas. It's all been Colorado because they were the preseason Stanley Cup favorite. But Vegas is good as well. I think eventually that division will boil down to Vegas versus Colorado in the second round, and I think that is pretty much a toss-up. And then in the North, the All-Canadian division, which I think has been incredibly fun to and entertaining to watch this season. I think it really is the Maple Leafs' time, at least to get out of that division. I think they're the best team by far. I'd like to see Connor McDavid's Edmonton Oilers and our friend Ken Holland from so many years in Detroit is now running that organization. I'd like to see them make a run. I think we'd all love to see Connor McDavid play in some very meaningful playoff games. But, I'm not so sure. They got Winnipeg in the first round, and I think that's not going to be an easy task. I think they'll get through that, but I don't see Edmonton beating the Toronto Maple Leafs.
How about this Panthers Lightning series? I mean, that's gonna be a death blow match on that one. That should be a final.
Well, it's funny when I covered the league a long time, and when the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning came in one a year after another in 91, 92, I think everybody could foresee the time when they were going to be great rivals and it was going to be fun playoffs every year. But it never happened. The Panthers never found its paces after it got into the final in 1996. And really, they've been a bottom-rung team. Well, finally, after all these years, we have those teams both in a position where they think they have a chance to make a run. Obviously, the Tampa Bay Lightning won the Stanley Cup last season, and they got the number one goalie, in my opinion, in Vasilevsky, and Hedman is, usually in the hunt to be the number one defenseman. But, he's a little banged up, and I don't think we really know the extent of his or injury. So I think that matchup could go either way as well, and then the winner will have to play the Carolina Hurricanes, who also has a bit of a Red Wings connection because Don Waddell, of course, is a native Detroiter. He's the general manager. Of course, at one point was an assistant general manager, and now he's Carolina's GM. So I think that Carolina team has been a lot of fun to watch this season as well. They're a skating team. Everybody questions their goaltending, but Peter Mrazek, an ex-Red Wing, and they've got three goaltenders there. They actually rank third overall in save percentage, and I think that when I bring that up to people, it kind of surprises them because they see goaltending as a weak link in Carolina.
Go ahead, Mac.
No, I just is this Toronto's year, or are they for real, or are they one of these teams that's just going to peter out, or do you see something different in them that they might have a shot to win the Cup this year?
Well, that's a great question, Darren. I think that's one everybody in Canada is asking. I think they're better defensively than they've been in the past. I think the culture has changed there. But now we've got a little bit of a different issue, and that is, goaltending. Frederik Andersen, I've always liked him as a goalie. Like, I think he's a guy that can step up and make saves when you need him. Like, he's not going to be ever listed among the top goalies in the league. But I think he usually in the past has been able to play big games. But, he was banged up down the stretch, and they had Jack Campbell in. I think a lot of people think he'll start there. And I don't know, is that goaltending good enough? I mean, the best goalie in that division, certainly isn't in Toronto. Carey Price is, back in the fold after being injured. And with Montreal, and of course Winnipeg has Connor Hellebuck, who won the Vezina just a year ago. So there's some good goaltending in that division. So as long as Toronto's goaltending holds up, because we all know they've got firepower and they have a little bit more depth, obviously, than Edmonton has. I think they can get out of there, but there's no guarantees. That's for sure.
Well, I don't care what anybody says. We can have this argument. Easy and I are going to have this next week or whatever. But hockey playoffs, you can go shove it up your ass. Anybody who doesn't think that it is at this time of the year,
Agreed.
that if you want to turn it on and find the greatest time of the year, who do you have in the finals, Kev? Who do you got?
You stole my question.
I'm not very happy right now because I don't give a flying fuck but I need to know what your opinion, who's going to be in there. Playoff hockey, if you haven't watched a game, now it's time to watch a fucking game. So who do we got, Kev?
Well, I've liked Carolina since mid-season. I just think they're a team that not many people were paying attention to, and they've gotten the job done all season long. Been a very consistent team. The only thing that worries me is Jacob Slavin. He got hurt in one of their final games. We don't know to what extent. As long as he can play, I think Carolina's got what it takes to be sort of a sleeper pick to get to win the East. And in the West, I mentioned them before. That Vegas Golden Knights team, Petrangelo condition really rounded out that team this year. And you look down the stretch, they won a lot of games. And they've got an offense that can score. They've certainly got the goaltending. They've got two good goalies in Robin Leonard and Marc-Andre Fleury. And Petrangelo has really strengthened that defense and gave it some consistency. So I got Vegas and Carolina in the final. I think it's a toss-up, but I'm probably going to go with the Golden Knights.
I thought you were going to pick the Kraken. I thought you were going to pick Seattle there.
But don't you just love saying that?
I do.
Seattle Kraken.
I do.
I just love saying that. I think it's just one of the best names in professional sports, and it's all based to me on that commercial where release the Kraken.
Yep.
There comes it out. So it's a great team name, and I think we're all going to be talking about them.
Hey Kev, last thing before we let you go, what'd you think of the Red Wings this year, and how far away are they, in your opinion?
Well, I think Darren's good friend Steve Yzerman is doing a good job. I mean, I don't see how anyone can fault him. Like his two drafts have yielded two of the top three prospects, according to TSN, that aren't in the NHL already. And I think they're both going to be on the team next season. And then, the trade, I love that trade, the Anthony Mantha trade.
Oh, God.
Comparable players in terms of the number of goals they may score. Different kinds of players. Obviously, Mantha was bigger, and Verona is a little faster. But both guys who are probably going to produce. But he gets a first and a second round pick out of that. That's just an amazing trade, and I think it takes a fair amount of courage to trade a guy like Anthony Mantha. But one thing about Eisen, he's not afraid. He'll push the button. He's not. I don't think he cares if Mantha gets 40 goals, and that's great for Mantha. He's just worried about the impact on his team, and the impact on his team was very positive, and that's why he's able to make that trade. But he's said all along, and we have to take him at his word. It's not going to be overnight. I thought they were more competitive this season than in the past, and I think that was a little easier for some of the guys to take. I think if you were Dylan Larkin, you didn't want to go through another season like last season. And I think this year he must have felt like, okay, the team with the veteran defenseman they had, and they traded a couple of them at the trade deadline, was more competitive.
It's been very quiet here in Detroit, but you're thinking, as we are thinking, that Jeff Blashill returns here for at least a couple more seasons?
This is what I think. I think Steve Yzerman likes Jeff Blashill. I think he even said publicly mid-season that this really wasn't his fault that the team, couldn't make the playoffs. He just doesn't have enough experienced talent yet to work with. But Yzerman has said in the past that he pays attention to the practices, pays attention to Blashill's decisions. He likes Blashill's approach. Every indication was he was going to give him another year. Saying all that, Yzerman's a hard read. Darren knows that, and you never quite know what he's thinking. And sometimes in this league, it's been shown through the years, and it's almost a tradition, that sometimes you just have to change the coach because you want a different perspective and a different feel, a different look. So I don't think Jeff Blashill was absolutely safe, but I think the longer it goes on, if he was going to fire him, why didn't he do it immediately after the season? So I would say that as time goes on, that we should probably believe that Jeff will be back.
Well, I hope you saved enough dirt for Darren's next book. We're looking forward to it. When's that novel coming out?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. We just got to get it organized, Darren and I. But there's a lot of material. As you all know, he's been a little busy.
I got a lot of stuff for you, Kevin. Just one of the things is that
you just got some more stuff just a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, no shit. Before you came on, I was explaining how it is to write a book or how to have a ghostwriter. Where I was pretty much down in Clearwater, Florida, which is my haven, and I'd be out on the beach about 3 or 4 days a week and just narrate it to you. From your perspective of that, as we are moving towards number 2. Is there I can tell it from my perspective of sitting there and telling you, but what is it like? Because you've also wrote Jeremy Roenick's book, Brett Hull's book, Chris Chelios, all the different things. Is it a different process?
Yeah, well, it is for sure. Right now I'm actually doing Bernie Nichols' book and Willie Horton's book.
Wow.
And I'm sort of working on those right now, and I'll be done with them probably in a couple of months. But not every writer likes to do what's called as told to books, which is what you just described. But I love it because I think it's a challenge, and what I love to do is, and you know this, Darren, because we've talked about it, I like to capture their voice. That's my challenge. I want to be able to make the book sound like it was written directly by them. I try to figure out the phrasing that, how you talk, and I use some of that, and then I sort of interpret things, and I do some research that, you may not remember exactly what happened, but I can do the research and just sort of remind you and then get your thoughts on that. So, it's not a perfect process, as we all know. I mean, Darryl Strawberry once said he was misquoted in his own autobiography.
That's great.
I love them.
And I know how that can happen if you're not careful. And I think when you do these kind of books, you have to be very careful. Because you're going off their memories, number one, and then you're sort of interpreting what you hear, and you got to make sure that you're both on the same page. But I got to tell everybody listening, I just had so much fun working with Darren that I just can't wait to do the second book. And if you notice, all the guys you mentioned, they're all real fun players. Mm-hmm. And that's what I love best, is when you have a good time, when you're just going back and forth and telling, stories and all that. And I know, and I just heard that now Darren is head of HR, so we got another.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. He's got his official shirt and everything, Kev.
He's moving on.
Yeah.
No, I think that the important thing, Kevin, and I say this firsthand, it's that the trust, and because a lot of times it's not being misquoted, it's and I think it's trust in how it comes off. I may think that this is the message that I want, but I know a couple instances where you said, I know what you're trying to say, but it's coming off this way, and we don't want that. Or you'd say, do you want it to come off this way or not? And then you'd make a decision because you didn't realize it, but it's all in the trust. So the best part is, we wrote all about the hard stuff. Now we're getting into the good stuff. You know what I mean? It's like the recovery and stuff like that. So I can just imagine, but there's a couple things I could tell people that are 100% true. You see the Russian 5 documentary, and it's 110% accurate about how much we loved each other. And you read My Last Fight, True Story of a Hockey Rock Star, and you will hear my voice come through Kevin Allen's.
Am I going to be in the next book?
Right, do we make the cut?
You are in the first one.
I am?
Yeah, your name got mentioned in the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Kevin, before we let you go, I just want to know, was there ever a story that D-Mac told you that you were like, D-Mac, maybe you should not put that one in the book? And if so, what was it?
Well, if there was, I wouldn't tell you.
Yeah.
So, it's like, I've described it when I meet for the first time with subjects as, I feel when I involved in this process, I'm no different than a lawyer. You have privilege. What you tell me stays with me until we decide it goes in the book.
That's awesome, Kev. Hey, man, thanks a lot. We'll check back with you as the playoffs go on, man. But we appreciate you as always, and stay in touch. Kevin Allen.
Thanks, Kev.
See you later, guys.
Talk to you later.
All right.
Thank you. Hey, guys, up next, we've got Art Smith from the Art of Combat, who's going to be joining us. Fart with a PH.
Yeah, PH.
Art's watch party's coming up.
That's right. So don't go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports at my favorite downtown Fenton, Bridge Street Exchange. Let's go check out their beautiful store. You know we love Michigan summers. Got to turn up on the lake. Pre-made mixed drinks. They even got their own beautiful Bridge Street Exchange t-shirts. I got mine on. Jewelry, they got you here. I got mine on. Titanium Buzz. If you're not quite ready to ask that big question yet with the jewelry, look nice for your girl. They got polos. And last but not least, the most comfortable shoes on the planet. Hey Dude. They're literally called Hey Dude. Shop here at Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. Support a locally owned business.
Hey guys, it's Maz for our good friends at mybookie.ag. Don't forget it. Remember Woodward 10. That's the newest promo code to get you a free $10 play. That's right. If you've never played a game online before, go to mybookie.ag, put in that promo code Woodward10, you play for free. A $10 play. We're going to give you our picks. I gave you the Indians last night. They won. A lot of people didn't like that pick. Unfortunately, they did cover. Anyway, I go on. Woodward also in the promo code will get you your first deposit matched up to $1,000. So give them a shot. It's a phenomenal way to do it. And not only that, if you like to play blackjack, go in the casino, pull the cord for the slot machines, you can go under the MyBookie Casino. The blackjack tournaments give you and your friends a crack at a pool of over $50,000. All you got to do is go to mybookie.ag to get started. Remember the promo code Woodward or Woodward10. Your choice. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere at MyBookie.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from MyBookie Studios. Art Smith, my man, it's so
happy Friday.
Great to have you in here. I mean, we really only see you around when you're here talking about UFC.
Yeah.
You're going to have a fight preview.
I thought I heard jealousy in the production booth, but yeah, I don't use you guys. No, we're all a big family here, and I'm excited. We're, what is it, a day, 5 hours, and 42 minutes away from UFC 262.
I only see you when it's time for fights.
Well, yeah, and I'm ready for a fight, so let's go.
He's a user. He uses us.
UFC 262.
Why don't you and your buddy Easy start talking about this UFC fight? Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's going
to be...
Chat it up.
He's trying to.
I know, I'm trying to, but Mr. Horse over here keeps fucking interrupting. Anyway, UFC 262 started to the head of HR. I hope that's not a violation.
Yeah,
tomorrow night, it is the... to me, it sets the table for what happens between Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier, and you're probably asking why. Well, Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira, it's the fight that settles who is going to fight the winner of Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier. You have Michael Chandler, who made his UFC debut by knocking out Dan Hooker in the first round. You have Charles Oliveira, who's been waiting for this moment for 10 years. He's on an 8-fight win streak. The UFC is really good at setting storylines and creating buzz. If you're not interested in this fight, there's something wrong with you, because the lightweight division is it's the best division in the UFC.
Striker, grappler, who's what?
So Michael Chandler, he's a Division I, Missouri, American all-time. He graduate of that, and obviously major accomplishments with that. Charles Oliveira, on the other hand, is not only a great striker, but what he did against Tony Ferguson, who's also on the card, he's a great grappler, and he's great on the ground. This fight is super hard to pick. We're going to be announcing our picks later on today at Art of Combat Pod on Instagram,
teaser,
and on Twitter. Yeah, there's a nice drop there. But no, it's another exciting card. I can't say enough great things about the matchmaking when it comes to the UFC.
The main event that Charles Oliveira, don't forget, has the most submission finishes all time in the UFC.
Yeah, and
but didn't
go ahead.
Ferguson's fight?
I don't want to talk about that, D-Mac.
Didn't he lose his last fight?
Stop. He's lost his last three. Okay, I don't want to talk about this.
Who did he lose to last fight?
He lost to Charles Oliveira.
Okay, I was just
wondering.
Hurts.
It hurts.
I watched him get choked. Did
No
he get
yelling,
choked?
No,
Guys.
he almost broke his arm. He almost
Wow.
separated his shoulder from his
Were
arm.
we here for that one?
Well, yeah, and you haven't shown up since. It's been heartbreaking.
He was. You were kind of here.
No, I was.
Yeah,
I
those
was
edibles. He wasn't really here.
I was on like 1,000 milligrams. I don't
No,
know.
it's
I was enjoying it.
debatable.
Hey, you know what? The best TVs in this place are the ones when you walk out the front door and Lady
You get
Jane's.
lost looking at
They
them.
get lost. Like right in. It was like I felt like it was. One of those in your eyes. It just speaks to you. I don't know if it's HD. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah, not only the main card is impressive, but featuring the lightweight division is Tony Ferguson against Beneil Dariush, who had a lackluster performance against Ferreira in his last fight. I need Tony Ferguson to win. If you enjoy blood, guts, heart, Tony Ferguson's the man. If he loses this fight, it could be detrimental to his
this
UFC
is
career.
he's in the same
I don't
position
think
as
they'll cut
Cowboy
him.
Cerrone,
I don't
right?
know. Cowboy Cerrone is he's 0-6-1 in his last.
So he's not.
He's not
but
there
he's
yet.
sort of not there yet. But on the trajectory,
You will
he
see a
needs to-
grown
knocking on
man
that door
cry tomorrow if
100%.
Tony Ferguson loses, and that will be me.
like man tears.
No, I'll cry.
You can make man tears.
Yeah.
Not just those little baby ones I
These
see running away
crocodile
from
tears
Jordan
run
every
deep.
day.
Yeah. What's up, Pilar?
I was going to ask you, like I always do, what's up with the girl fights on this one?
Yeah, so Caitlin,
Chikagian?
Yeah, Chikagian. She's a good fighter, and she's ranked number 2. I think that she easily beats her opponent. I mean, when you look
Really?
just at stats, yeah. I mean,
Oh,
right now the
Vivian
lines.
Orejo.
I'm pulling up the lines right now.
Wow. She's going against the
Araujo
Latino.
is 10-2. She's the number 7th ranked fight, but she's a plus 114 against minus 136.
Why are you going
for
against
Kate.
the Latino? Is it personal?
If you look at my picks, you may be surprised at my picks. I might be bluffing
Really?
right here. Yes.
No, don't be bluffing.
No,
Look,
I
I just want to know this. Is it going to be a good
blubbing?
No, bluffing.
bluff?
Don't get too excited.
Oh.
Is it going? Do you expect it to be a good fight? Because the one thing I have really enjoyed watching along the years in the UFCs is these girls show up and they are legit.
Well, there's a reason why Chikagian is the number 2 ranked fighter. She has great distance, great striking, head kicks galore. You would say that, against her opponent, she would fare well, but I think there's going to be a lot of ground action in this fight, which I hate when people get upset and they're like, oh, I want them to stand like punching robots and just punch each other in the face. That's what makes the UFC great, is that it's mixed martial arts. Boxing, you hear about it once every 3 months. And, a shout out to Canelo for being one of the GOATs. He had a great fight,
I
but we're
love
not going
him.
to hear about boxing again until
Right.
the boring... I don't even want to say boring. It's boring for me, but the drama-filled shit show TMZ production of Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather, which is an
Right.
embarrassment to the sport.
It is.
June
It's
6th,
boring
Hard
to me.
Rock Stadium.
There you go.
Canelo's really the real deal. They just did a story on him about how before one of his fights he was actually negotiating the release of his brother being sequestered, or
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what you call it in English, but in Spanish we call
Kidnapped.
it sequestered. Kidnapped,
Yeah.
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 I mean, he is legit.
The man-
He's a real
the man-
deal, and just watching his career flourish has been incredible.
I've grown to love Canelo just because you look at Floyd and he's a great defensive boxer. Canelo is not that. Canelo, Alvarez is coming for your throat. I mean, you look at some of the uppercuts and body to the uppercut shot that he did with Saunders. It was a beautiful performance. Someone had mentioned, would you like to see Mayweather versus Alvarez too? I would love it, but I think this time around, Canelo Alvarez is the fresher fighter, and I think he would get the win. Will that fight ever happen?
Hey, wake me up when
It'd be
Tyson
great.
Fury and not Wilder.
Anthony
Joshua.
Joshua.
Yeah, Anthony Joshua. Wake me
That's
up
gonna
when
be another
Wilder.
great fight, too. I would have loved to have watched Tyson Fury and Wilder run it back.
Yeah,
because
I think they will.
That was
Yeah.
what was right, but a fight in Saudi Arabia with 2 heavyweight greats, that's going to be a
Just
great fight.
Tyson Fury against anyone. Just get me ready. That's
He
what I
actually
want to
just started
see.
training with Nick Diaz, who might be making a return this year. If you know 209 Stockton, I mean, there's so much news and events happening in the MMA world and the boxing world right now. It's a great time to be a
We'll have to
fan.
get Kevin Iole on here pretty soon.
Yeah, Kevin's
Yeah.
the man. That to me, there's multiple people that do an all right job, but Kevin Iole is like my grandpa, like somebody that I look up to. He's my role model. So.
Thanks, Art. Thanks for sticking around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no problem.
thanks for coming by. We got to get
Have
you
fun
on our
tomorrow.
show.
Yeah, the watch
more
party tomorrow
often.
night.
Yeah, have fun tomorrow.
Yeah, I will.
Tomorrow
it would be great
night,
to
what
see
time?
your old ass there, but you go to bed at 7 o'clock.
No, I don't. I
Wait, what
stay up
time?
later than all of you.
What time is your watch party tomorrow?
Kicks
Let's
off
get
at
the
10
right.
o'clock on all Woodward Sports platforms, so YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all that. You could join the fun. It's always a lot of characters. The next pay-per-view, we may or may not have a porn star on. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Wow.
Miss Kendra Lust. So
I'll be there for Kedra.
yeah.
I was going to say a male or a female?
D-Mac will be invited because he shows loyalty and he's been there for a couple of them.
Oh, but suddenly...
I just want to see tits. Go look at Pornhub.
Suddenly, he can stay up late. That's how it rolls. Yeah. All right, thanks so much for swinging by.
That was acceptable. Art, again, another acceptable answer. The HR Maz, suck it.
Head of HR. Art, we love you. I know your watch party is going to be phenomenal like they are every single time, so we want everybody to tune in and watch tomorrow 10 p.m. here on all of our Woodward Sports platforms. My friend, we want to see you in here more often.
Yeah.
Not just when you're
He used to be the floor director.
I know. Now he just does
ever since COVID. Ever since COVID.
He does Baligian and Bell show, and then we never see you in here anymore. You never come in and say, hey, guys, guess what? Put your money on this fight. Put your money on that fight.
I'm working on becoming a jack of all trades. Right now, I'm a master of none.
Hey, let me know if you get the Stanley Cup playoffs on too. I'll come and watch them with you.
Steak nice, Art. Steak nice, not switchblades.
All right, great to see you.
Thank you.
We'll make sure we're checking out your fight night tomorrow.
That's Art of Smith from Art of
Smith.
Artemis Smith.
Fish, what do you have? And then we're gonna get to Maz's sports update.
Well, Art's running out. Before you leave, Art. We have a. Come in the booth. We have a caller from Kevin. Kevin wants to talk to Art.
Listen, I can't come in the booth. That's a rule in the studio. I have to come here.
You can use my headphones if you want, Art.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta get headphones somewhere.
Don't be doing it there either. Don't be doing it anywhere in the studio, Art.
Listen,
I was trying to help.
Kevin better have something really cute to say.
He does.
All right, go ahead, Kevin.
What's up, Kevin?
I think that this might be Ferguson's last shot in the UFC if you don't win.
Hang up on him. I don't want to hear any anti-Tony Ferguson talk. Hang up on him, Fish.
No, I'm not anti-Ferguson.
I know you're not, Kevin. Art's just a baby. That's why he's not allowed on this show anymore.
What a bitch.
What a bitch, exactly. That's acceptable, too. You're right, Art is a bitch.
Kevin versus Art.
Oh, my gosh.
I got but
Kevin, you got under his skin.
My question, Kevin, to you is Tony Ferguson. He's in trouble, isn't he? This is like he needs this win.
Make or break, man.
Make or break, right? I compared it to sort of like in the Donald Cerrone, the cowboy category, where it's one of these things that these guys get older and they start losing, and then next thing you know, who's the next young buck?
There you go.
Exactly. Love you guys, Hook.
Thanks,
and
Kevin.
I will talk to you Monday.
All right,
Kevin,
enjoy
thanks
the weekend.
for calling in. All right, Maz, why don't you hit us with your sports update?
All right, here's a quick update, everybody. Tigers and Cubs start tonight, a 3-game series. Jake Arrieta against Tarek Skubal from Comerica. 7:10 for the first pitch. Tigers out of the AL Central basement. They swept the Royals. They've won 4 in a row for the first time this year. They'll retire Lou Whitaker's number 1 next season. Finally, it will go up on the wall of fame at Comerica. Pistons host the Nuggets tonight. 8 players sitting this one out for Detroit. Yes, 2 more games to go tonight and then Sunday against the Heat. And then bring on the draft lottery. Top 3 pick coming right up. Naismith Hall of Fame weekend in basketball. Kobe Bryant going in. Posthumously, of course, Michael Jordan will read and bring him in, and that's going to be tear-filled for sure. How about Tim Duncan? He's going in. David Robinson will read for him. And KG, Kevin, Garnett, Zeke, Isaiah Thomas will bring him in. Rudy Tomjanovich, the old coach of the Rockets, used to play for Michigan, of course, and from Hamtramck. Hakeem and Calvin Murphy will read him in. Lions, they signed 3rd-round pick Aleem McNeil out of North Carolina State. 4 years, $5.1 million. And then they get their 7th-rounder all signed, sealed, and delivered. Jamar Jefferson out of Oregon, the running back. He gets a new deal. 10 horses going to the post tomorrow for the Preakness. The favorite, of course, Medina Spirit, the Derby champion. His stablemate concert tour will run out of the 10 post. Midnight Bourbon out of the 5. And then 25 years ago today, we take you back to Yankee Stadium and Dr. No on the hill.
Lifted in the air, in the infield. Derek Jeter waiting.
He's pretty confident in Jeter, isn't he?
Waiting. Makes the catch.
Did we have all the confidence in your boy Jeets or what?
There it is. Dwight Gooden with the no-hitter, not with the Mets, but with the Yankees in his comeback tour. We wish all the best to Dr. K. And 24 years ago, I couldn't leave you without a basketball fight between the Heat and the Knicks. Check this out. Charlie Ward against P.J. Brown.
And now they have to fight for this series. P.J. Brown.
Excellent choice of words by the announcer.
This one's going to get really ugly.
P.J. Brown's a thug.
P.J. Brown picked Charlie Ward up and threw
flipped
him
him
into
over.
the photographer's
Charlie
row.
is a football
P.J.
player, though.
Brown is not distinguishing himself and the citizenship award he was given earlier this year. Charlie Ward is just boxing out, basically. Oh, wow. That's what started it. Charlie Ward getting thrown by P.J. Brown.
You had to
is what
love
started it all.
the old Heat and Knicks battles. I mean, they had true hate for each other. True hate. And that's it for this day in sports. Good day in sports.
All right. Thanks, Maz, for that good stuff there. Hey, guys, when we come back, it is time for us to play our world-famous Get Home with Hall Financial Sports Trivia. We've got some good stuff, and it's your chance to win a gift card to either Lashish or Detroit Wing Company, all brought to you by our good friends over at Hall Financial. So start giving us a call at 313-552-6322. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
So what's up? My name is Sean Baligian. Glad to be a part of Baligian and Bell every day at 11. I'm the guy that gets pissed off at all the stupid sports fans out there.
What up, though? I'm Drake Bill here on the Baligian and Bell show here at Woodward Sports Network. Tap into the energetic Sean and the calm, smooth Drake Bell. You don't fumble the ball at work. Hey, Drake Bell, Sean Baligian. See you guys next weekend.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, Bell's soft. Wait till it comes to New Zealand. Sure that out.
Hey friends, did you know that Sun RV Resorts has over 160 RV and camping resorts in the U.S. and Canada? They do, my friends, where guests can enjoy water parks, lazy rivers, miniature golf, restaurants, bars. It's Friday, you know that's where I'm gonna be, and even Wi-Fi if they want to stay connected. With locations from the Florida Keys to Myrtle Beach to San Diego Bay and even Petoskey, Michigan, right in our very own backyard, guests can enjoy the outdoors at a Sun RV Resorts. All right, guys, welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. It is time for us to get to our Get Home with Hall Financial Sports Trivia. This is your chance to win a $100 gift card to either Lashish or Detroit Wing Company. So give us a call, 313-552-6322. All brought to you by our good friends over at Hall Financial. These are good questions. You want to get in on them. So while we're waiting for somebody to call in, 313-552-6322. I hope you weren't intimidated by Maz's hard questions yesterday.
No, they were easy.
They're a little bit easier.
That was your Pooh Bear guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean that was a tough question though. The
Kraken?
new hockey team. Yeah.
If you know, if you follow sports, you
That's
would
the
know.
easiest question he's gave in like 55 years.
That's like,
It was a very easy question.
Spell cat, and I gave you C and T. That's what that question was.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
All right, guys.
Kevin Allen knew it.
That would be cheating.
He's a hockey guy. He should know.
Yeah,
it.
that would be cheating.
By the way, as soon as I heard that guy's laugh, I knew why he was called Pooh Bear. At first, I'm thinking the whole time, like, why is this guy called Pooh Bear? Like, how are you a grown-ass man, like, carrying that name? And then I heard his laugh, and I was like, oh, my God, that's
Yeah,
the
we gave
same
him
exact laugh.
that nickname because he sounds just like Winnie the Pooh. It's great. So, all right, guys, have you guys
I don't think I remember what Winnie the Pooh sounds like.
really?
Yeah.
He sounds just like Pooh Bear did yesterday.
Okay.
All right. This news about this massage therapist.
Deshaun Watson?
No.
You
Isn't
sure?
it great? Isn't it great that we get to
Are
say
you
it's
sure?
the reverse? It is the absolute
This is the
reverse.
girl that he should have called.
Exactly.
There would have been no problem.
I think
Maybe that's
that
why he
there's-
thought all this stuff was okay, because of this chick.
Yeah, this girl just set the bar high.
He probably had her in college. He could have had her in college, and maybe he's thinking, "Oh wow, I'm getting massages every day now."
This is how it works,
Or maybe
right?
the Ohio State
awesome.
kids. Maybe the Ohio State kids called them and said, "This is the girl you should have
No.
called."
So the story is a massage therapist reached out to a bunch of
The whole team.
Ohio State football players and ended up, she was soliciting them for free massages and then trying to have sex with them. She ended up having sex with 5 of them.
At least.
Well, that have come out and said this, right? Yeah. They launched this huge investigation. Ohio State has nothing to do with it. It doesn't look like they're going to be in trouble for anything. This is somebody outside of the organization.
We can't blame them?
Is
it consensual?
It was 100% consensual.
So what the hell's the story about?
Because
so some athletes are banging some therapists? Oh my gosh.
Well, she was soliciting.
Did I just break some sort of news?
You never did that.
Absolutely not.
D-Mac, here's the thing, though. If you really look at it, because I kind of felt the same thing. I was like, wait a minute. These are not minors. Not a single one of them were minors. Like, what's the big deal here? But if you really do start, once she was soliciting.
Did it say at once? I didn't say at
didn't
once.
Say.
Did it say with 5 players at once?
I got a hunch.
I mean,
but then later she was trying to charge them. Later she was, so it was free, and then later she tried to charge a couple of them.
That's prostitution.
But, for the
so
massage.
Then she should be in trouble.
You're a John.
Or she would say, pay me this first time, and then the next one would be free. But here's a bigger problem. Here's a bigger problem.
Dealer.
Yeah. What's the bigger problem?
You said a drug dealer. What are you?
That's how drug dealers do.
I understand that's how they get you hooked, but that's how they get you hooked.
What do you understand about drug dealer?
I don't understand anything about drug dealers, but
what are you, Queen of the South? What's going on? Anyways.
Stop it.
Anyways.
But the bigger problem is, let's just say a young, aspiring athlete that's actually got a chance at making the NFL does this and accepts this sex from.
You're talking about a massage therapist. There's every girl at the bar around the campus that's trying to do the same thing.
5 years later, it comes into a scandal when he becomes drafted and he goes into the NFL, and suddenly, oh my goodness, I was a massage therapist and I had sex with him while he was in college.
Listen, that's why you should all go to rehab like I did, and you have to write down every sexual partner that you've ever had, and it gets long and fucking, that's why I got notebooks and shit. But then that way, you can always go back, and if you can't remember, you go to some friends, I guess. That's what it is. But it's supposed to help you get on with it. So there, DMAC therapy on a Friday.
That's why you're HR.
I don't know what else. I don't understand what this is if she's claiming that they did something like, but I don't get what the story is.
She had to.
She's 41. You forgot, so she's twice their age. So she's 41.
But it doesn't matter how old.
It's relevant because
the graduate too.
It's relevant because of Deshaun Watson, though. I believe that's why it's relevant, because you have 22 girls accusing this guy of sexual inappropriate stuff during massages, and then here comes out a story of a massage therapist having sex with the whole football team.
5 guys from the football team.
5 guys that came out and admitted it.
Can somebody explain how it correlates between between a massage therapist and the fact that they played college? So the fact that you're saying that college students shouldn't get massages just in case this happens? Or this is going to happen anywhere?
D-Mac, this was one woman who was targeting and soliciting one specific entire team. One specific entire team. I think what happened here is that people started making these complaints that this woman was reaching out. She basically forfeit, gave up her license.
I knew it wasn't my fault. I knew when I lost my virginity at 16 to the 21-year-old, I could have said something.
It was not your fault.
Epic said, why are you hating on a young female entrepreneur?
I don't get what she did wrong. The fact
she was soliciting.
But they're adults, right?
Right, but she was soliciting them with free massages. And then having
bad
sex with them.
So bad business.
Right, it's bad business. And I just think that this was something that, and even the university said.
More than it is a question of criminal or civil. There's no infraction.
There is absolutely
it just
nothing.
Correlates because of Deshaun Watson stuff.
But
I don't get
all that happened.
Does anybody get what I'm saying? What is consensual sex? The fact that they went to college? Oh my gosh, college football players are having sex? And the fact there was a massage therapist?
Approaching them. And so all that in Ohio State University has come out and said
I'm 20 years old. I got a 41-year-old saying, hey, I want to massage. Holy shit.
That's not the thing, though. I think it's a story
State,
because of the Deshaun Watson thing.
It is a story. And so what Ohio State University...
Maybe it's a common practice from these women.
Okay, listen.
What Ohio State did was they just came out in front of it and they said... Even though nobody is saying that there's any criminal charges or anything, Ohio State came out and said, we're getting in front of this.
Yeah, we're banning her.
Yeah.
Here's what she said.
Becomes a problem.
They are banning this massage therapist. And by the way, her name has been leaked. I guess I could read it. I could say it because it's out here.
What's her number?
Hey, he's going to look it up anyway.
It's Robin Bassani with 2 S's. So
she no
anyway,
longer has her therapist license.
she says she claims to have had clients in the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, and NCAA football. An investigation began after a complaint filed on March 14th of last year with the State Medical Board of Ohio alleged a female licensed massage therapist was offering free therapeutic massages to members of the Ohio State team. She had been using the massages as a mean to initiate sexual interactions with some of them. That's all she did. She is barred now from Ohio State, at least the campus. I'm sure she's not barred from the state of Ohio or the city of Columbus.
She relinquished in one of the articles that you said.
She has to give up her license.
She gave up her license so that she's not going to go testify or anything like that. So she's
Right.
not. So she's no longer.
Darren's looking up Robin Bassani right now.
I was trying to see if I know her.
You got Robin Bassani up
But the
there
problem is that
Put a
you
picture
later,
up.
Okay, fine.
guys,
No, that's all right.
she said that she's got NFL players. She's got. I mean,
She's got all the leagues
right,
covered.
all the leagues covered. So it's only going to be a matter of time
Greed.
before she
She's
comes
greedy.
out and says,
No, stay with
"Hey,
the pros.
guess what?
She got greedy. She started
Where they were
going to
gonna try-
college.
where
If
they
she
were gonna try
stayed
and protect
pro,
her, right?
we're not even talking
Well, this
about
is a woman that obviously enjoyed having sex, and I don't blame.
Athletes, but I
Good
think,
for her.
what if later it comes
I wish I
around and
met
she
her.
says it's not consensual? What if later she comes out? And I think that that's why the university got out in front of it, because they were getting the complaints, they were getting calls about this. That later she could very much turn around and say, hey, this was not consensual, and here's my entire Rolodex of professional athletes, and bring everybody down. Like right now, I feel that what the university did
You know
was
what happened?
great.
I figured it out.
Get out in front
Since
of it,
she's-
shoot it down.
Since she's in the NCAA here, she said, this is what happened. Years ago, she went to Clemson probably, and she met this guy named Deshaun Watson. She gave him a therapeutic massage. He liked it a lot. And, of course, they had sex afterwards. And that started, I mean, she probably got him going. And that's why he's addicted and to what he does after a massage. And that's why we're in the situation we're in now. Do you think that could be the story?
That's nonsense.
I'm trying.
How you spell her last name?
Bassani. Bassani. Bass.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Bassani. Robin, Robyn. The Columbus Dispatch put her name out.
Wow.
Masseuse Robin Bassani denies Ohio State report that she targeted football team. This is 1 hour ago now. This one hit.
I'm telling you, we're gonna hear so much more on this as the.
So she didn't do it.
If this was
She says no. She spoke 20-minute radio interview today. So she's out there, man.
Ding!
Fish, who do we have on the line?
We have a trivia person with Walter who wants to enjoy us and delight us with his trivia, and he is on the air.
Walter, thank you so much for calling in.
Thanks for saving us from the subject.
Oh, hell.
I still don't
Ain't that bad.
understand.
How you doing, Walt?
He said, oh, hell, it ain't that bad. A grown woman
I'm
having
shopping
sex
for
with...
baby wipes. What the hell?
Hey, are you back from Florida yet? Are you in Michigan?
Unfortunately, I've been home all week.
All
I
right,
want to go
but you
back.
brought the great weather with you, so thank you. You brought the great weather.
Oh, thank God.
All right, we're going to give you your questions here for your chance to win a $100 gift card to Detroit Wing Company or Lashish right here for our Hall Financial trivia questions. Get home with Hall Financial. Are you ready, Walt?
Yes, I am.
All right, I'm going to start with question number 1. Let's put our baseball field up. You ready? What teams met in Super Bowl II?
Super Bowl II. That would be the Green Bay Packers, and I believe the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh. So close.
Oh, wow.
That was number 1. That was Super Bowl 1. Go ahead, one more crack at it, because I'm going to just take it. Give me your next guess. Packers against who?
I'm trying to think. Oh, gosh. I've gone to
It has to be an AFL team, Walt. It's an AFL team. So if it's not the Chiefs, it's got to be the...
It can't be the Oakland Raiders.
I mean,
Of course it's the Raiders.
Okay.
That's the Raiders.
All right, Walter, correct.
My mistake.
It's all right. We're going to run through these questions anyway. Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
So are we playing just for fun? Or are we
Yeah,
still
we're playing for
All right,
fun.
We're still playing just for fun, Walter. All right, here we go.
I'll take it out.
Where was that Super Bowl played?
What stadium?
Oh, God.
You can give me the city or the stadium.
The first one was in California.
Correct. It's not in the Coliseum, I'll tell you that.
I know.
I'll give you a hint. The next two Super Bowls were played in this same stadium. So if you know where Super Bowl III was played, you'll know where Super Bowl II was played.
The only place I'm thinking of is New Orleans.
No.
No.
Okay. What
It's
is
okay.
it?
It was the Orange Bowl in Miami.
Oh, Miami. Yep. I forgot Miami was the second and third.
That's all right, brother.
I'm learning stuff.
That's okay.
That's it. We all are, Walter. Appreciate you, bro. You have a great
You guys
weekend.
have a good day.
You
All
too,
right,
man.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Walter. Thanks for calling in. Good try, my friend. Good try. All right, guys, don't forget, you guys can always try and win your shot at a $100 gift card to either Lashish or Detroit Wing Company, all brought to you by our friends over at Hall Financial. All you have to do is when we have our trivia, call in 313-552-6322 and try to guess all 4 questions correctly. And you, my friend, get to walk away a winner. All right, up next, we've got a little bit of Me Gusta or No Me Gusta. And
Ooh,
this
this is a
might
good
be a heated topic, so you don't want to miss this. Stick around. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, my friends, it is time for us to play a little bit of Me Gusta or No Me Gusta. You guys know how to do this. All you have to do is, if you like the statement I'm about to say, you say Me Gusta on our social media at Woodward Sports, or give us a call, 313-552-6322. Or if you absolutely hate what I'm about to say, you say No Me Gusta. All right, guys, are you ready to play?
Why not?
Okay. It's okay to lie about being vaccinated. Tom Mazaway, why don't you go first?
No, let D-Mac go first.
No. I want you to go first.
Do you have my my horses? You got my stable? Easy?
Of course he does.
You got my stables? Okay.
2
This is going to be my answer.
2 out of 3 horses say yes.
Yeah.
And I'm the one horse that says stop lying about stuff like this.
There's Pilar.
There's
Social media, light this one up. Light this one up, social media.
All right.
It is not.
I'll answer the question. Is it okay? I mean, it's okay to lie about being vaccinated. Depends where you are, I guess. If you're at a ball game and you're sitting by
Pilar,
yourself.
is this Me Gusta or No Me Gusta? Or is this as Maz explains?
And the guy comes in and asks you about, put your mask on.
Yes or no? Me Gusta or No Me Gusta?
It's Me Gusta.
How can you
Hey, come to me.
Oh, okay. ¿Te gusta o no te gusta? Mr. Voice of Reason right now.
I'm the head of HR here at Woodward Sports Network, and it's not okay to lie.
Thank you. And you know what?
Can you
Tammy on
fib?
social media says
It's not okay to lie. I
Fib?
don't believe in lying.
Okay.
So leave it at that. That is a political answer. That is how you, Tom Mazaway, answer the question without answering the question.
Oh.
Right on there, it's okay to lie. No, it's not okay to lie.
Like I did with Bo Schembechler the other day?
What's that?
Like I did with Bo the other day? I
That's
pleaded
totally
the fifth.
different.
I pleaded the fifth.
That's not lying.
Well,
Plead
you
the
tried. You didn't. This is because it's written in here. She asked, the young lady asked a question. Is it okay to lie?
No, she didn't ask a question.
And it's not okay
no,
to
I
lie.
said it's a statement. It's okay to lie about
No,
being
it's not
vaccinated.
okay to lie.
Fine.
And social media,
Oh,
I think you guys are spot
about
on.
being vaccinated?
About being
No,
vaccinated.
you shouldn't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie.
Yeah,
I
don't
don't-
lie, period, right?
Don't lie, period. I didn't know what it said after don't lie. I just read it's okay to lie. No, it's not okay to lie.
Okay.
So I don't even know what we're talking about.
It's not okay to lie.
That's all
But,
I got to. I got those
Jenna,
4 words. It's not okay to lie. I don't know what you're talking about. It's like if you asked me if I was, I would answer the question with a question. Well, are you?
Right. If somebody asked me, "Are you vaccinated?" I would say, like, that's not really any of your business.
So no, right? So
Like,
that means no. People take that as
But
no.
that's-
So
but
how
that's
do
not-
you say something to somebody when, like, so I'm vaccinated, but I don't, care for anybody to know. So as
Right.
far as they're concerned, I'm not, right? So what's
There's
in any of their
HIPAA
business?
laws that say, like, this is private information. The fact that you now need to show or possibly show anything or people are going to ask you, I feel is crazy. But I feel like, Maz, you can't lie. Okay. You're like Detroit's dad.
That's fine.
No, he's not gonna. But if you need, at Tom Masway, if you need that fake, he's just because he
That's not
knows
true.
guys
That's
in
under
Jersey and New York for the
that's
vaccine
being
card and stuff. Right, Maz? You just know guys.
FBI investigated. Don't play and put him under that, or we're really gonna have to bail him out with Tom Brady jersey. Easy. ¿Te gusta o no te gusta?
No me gusta. You don't lie about that because you can kill people. It's like,
Word.
come on.
Even though people are going to do it all over, I get it, but don't lie. I like that. Fish, ¿te gusta o no te gusta?
My personal opinion, no me gusta, but people are gonna do it anyway.
So you feel that people should lie or people should not lie?
I feel like people should not lie about it, but the fact is
They're
that they're
gonna do
going to do it anyway. So my personal opinion is no me gusta, but the whole country as a whole is gonna say me gusta.
Right.
And it starts right now.
With this guy right here.
Tomorrow morning,
What?
9 a.m.
Yeah, but D-Mac, people are gonna do it now.
Tonight
They're gonna
at
say, "Oh, the
midnight,
governor
People
said
have
it."
been lying. People have
thought it
been
was 9
lying
a.m.
about
tomorrow.
it for months,
They
right?
have, but now the CDC and Governor Whitmer approved it, so they're just gonna say, "Oh, we're vaccinated," because both the CDC and the governor approved it already. So,
yeah.
What are
By
you
the
gonna
way,
do?
Buccaneers wideout Antonio Brown sued for assault and battery after altercation with moving truck driver back in the day last year,
I
January of
remember the video.
2020. So a little bit just in the news. I know you guys like Antonio Brown. So good for you, Antonio. Just keep chalking him up, pal.
You like O.J. Simpson.
Keep chalking him up.
Yeah, all I do is want him to get on the right path. As I would
OJ
want
was the face of America
anybody.
at one point.
The face of a murder trial at one point, too.
So is Bruce Jenner.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, right? Ay.
That's crazy.
All right, guys, keep hitting us up on our social media at Woodward Sports. We'd love to hear from you. Let's get to one of my favorite segments here, Pit Boss
Well,
with
if you like money.
D-Mac.
Really?
If you like money.
If you like money.
If you like money and you want to bet on something, easy, what do you say?
Second base! First or last, baby! You know!
Well, I mean, I wake up in the morning, I kiss excellence.
Oh, you and me both. It's just, some days it's a bigger stream of excellence, and some days it's a little less stream of excellence. Sort of like the hook here, but we're having fun out there. Anyways, the Pit Boss NASCAR picks. This week you will see the big block guy out front of Dover Speedway. Yes, the Dryden 400-mile track. Should be a nice bumper car. There should be a lot of cautions, but this is the absolute race track where they have the cement wall. It is hard. When cars crash here, they usually wreck good. But I found some good odds, guys, and you know how I always say it's you always go with the Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski. Those are the favorites. But check these odds out. Chase Elliott, the 9 at plus 800. That's for Mama Jan. That's her favorite. Joey Logano, I'm going because Matt showed me last Sunday the 22 card from Henry Ford Museum.
That's right.
So that's Joey Logano's plus 1,600. Ryan Blaney, the 12, plus 2,200. And I got Matty Guido up there because Guido's his nickname. Matt DiBenedetto, who has actually... Plus 6,600 is great value because his car's been good enough. They've just had more bad breaks than actually bad races. So those are my picks. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what you guys got going on this weekend. Like I said, I'm playing in a charity golf outing tomorrow and then doing comedy tomorrow night. But this is what I'll look forward to this weekend, along with Backlash, WWE Backlash.
I took your
Sunday
picks
night.
last week, D-Mac.
What's that?
I took your picks last week.
How'd you do?
Well, I
Did you
mean,
take them all?
If he took the golf one, he would have won. And
I
if
was
he
saying,
took
I
the
know
NASCAR
about
one, he would have lost, but he would have been plus money. But I'm guessing that he's still learning that. That's a teachable
Right.
moment again for Easy. So
Right.
got to stick with it, kid.
I thought I had the crash video from my man Ben. I wanted to play it, but I didn't have it.
Yeah, well, you got to get it up there. Get it up there.
All
You're
right,
not going
guys.
to be able to use it on Monday.
That's right. There you have it. Those are D-Max NASCAR picks and one of my favorite segments, Pit Boss. All right, we're gonna get to a little bit of, and before we actually end the show, so I want to get to our who you like. We're not gonna rush through them today for once. It's not gonna be speed lightning round. I want all the information and details on where you're gonna be tomorrow, D-Mac, for your comedy/entertainment show.
Habitat for Humanity.
For
The
Habitat, 'cause this
Habitat
is
for
a good
Humanity,
cause.
Dunham Hills Golf Course out in Heartland. So 9 o'clock show. Doing
9 p.m.?
9 p.m. Yep, exactly. I think I got camera.
Let Pilar know when it's a 9 a.m. show. She'll come
I'll
to
be
that.
there, you know. I'll be there. All
Those, hey, I'm
shiny,
usually, those are
bright-eyed.
Sunday morning sermons at church. I'm usually giving those then. But if I'm going to start, obviously Maz's favorite time of the year.
Yes.
Now, like I said earlier in the week, I've been going over the numbers. I've been running the numbers and stuff like this, and I don't care how you bet it, but you key the 5. The 5 has a chance to win. What do I mean? The 5 in the Preakness Midnight Bourbon. Yes, we're going with our friend, the lush of the show, Pilar Lastra's horse. We will key the 5. I like the 3, the 1, the 8, and the 11 to go with them. Is there an 11? Is 11 the other Baffert horse?
The 10.
Midnight Bourbon
The 10.
burned me
The 10.
so bad. It was like,
Well, guess what?
You know when they
it's
say
payback. You know what the
I
bourbon
hope
gets you? You know when you drink, see, you drank it too fast. You put 100, 200, 300 bucks in it. You were drinking the bourbon too fast. You got to treat it like the Midnight Bourbon. You get a little sipper.
I didn't put an
Little
ice cube in
sipper.
it. That's what
Yes,
happened. I
there
put an
you
ice
go.
cube
So,
in it.
I got a good feel. What are the odds on the 5 right now, Maz?
The 5 Midnight Bourbon is 5-1.
So that's a great key
With the
horse.
best jock in the race, Gerard Ortiz.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I'll do it again. But
It's not going to pay much. This will
Not
not pay
like
much.
last time, but that's why
3,
you can
5,
throw a
10.
10 or
If you
20.
box those 3 horses, you're not going to make money unless you really just slam
I'm
it
gonna key 'em.
and hit it. You got to hit it for big bucks, like $20 on the nose, 3, 5,
You
10
can break
cold.
it down because
I
there's
was
10
a moron
horses.
that went
Yeah.
$200.
I know.
And then another 100 on. I can't even remember.
The kicker is that Baffert's not going to be at this race tomorrow. Obviously, rumors, everything is swirling around this. And we're going to find out eventually if the Derby winner, Medina Spirit, has been disqualified for the Derby, but he gets to run in the Preakness. This is a little horse that can just stay in the front, and he hasn't let anyone pass him yet. I don't see anyone passing him tomorrow. I know he's going to go off maybe even money, but if you put 20, you win an extra 20 for yourself. I don't think anyone's going to touch him. If they do beat him, then they're all going to say, "Oh, well, he's not doped up for this race." But I don't see any of these horses beating him tomorrow.
Yeah, he didn't have his picogram?
It's
Or-
picogram.
Picogram.
1 trillion.
1 trillionth. A piece of sand in an Olympic-sized pool.
But you know what, though? Sometimes it's just like the Dumbo feather in the cap, right? Where you think you have the placebo effect. You know what I mean? Maybe that's all you need.
Well, lots of trainers like D. Wayne Lucas, a veteran trainer like that, saying he should have just dumped it down the sink. He shouldn't have put it on his horse. He thinks the horse would have won anyway. It was just literally to take a little bit of the aches and pains away. That's what this is for. It's not a real performance-enhancing steroid.
Right.
But it is what it is. We'll find out what it is.
All right, D-Mac. So what were your picks again? I'm going to write them down so I don't
I'm
don't mess
gonna
up on the
do,
bet.
The 3, 1, 10 with the 5.
10 with
So,
the 5.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you got Ram in there, the 1.
Yeah.
That's a long shot. If he hits the board, you got yourself something.
I'm playing the ticket, man.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah, last time you hit the whole shebang, huh?
Well, I didn't hit the whole shebang because
He hit the trifecta, not the
trifecta,
superfecta.
that's right.
No.
He actually had the superfecta,
Yep.
just did not play it.
No.
Okay.
It only's 10 grand.
Tom Mazaway. All right, what
All
you
right.
got for us?
I got baseball tonight, a triple header for you. Cubs over the Tigers, Indians over the Mariners, Rays over the Mets. That parlay will net you $423. So play the Cubs, Indians, and Rays tonight, and tomorrow, like I told you, take all that money and bet cold straight up as you can get it. 3-10-1 tomorrow in the trifecta. 3-10-5, excuse me. 3-10-5, I'm going to go. And Darren, I'll put the 1 in for 4th for the superfecta. So 3-5-10-1 tomorrow. Straight
You're
up.
welcome early.
He said you're welcome
Enjoy it.
early. Easy. Who you like?
UFC 262, Shane Burgos and Jacare Sosa, absolute locks.
All right. He said absolute lock.
Are they favorites?
Fish.
Yes.
Okay.
Fish. Who we like?
I'm picking the Warriors over the Eels on Sunday. All the games this weekend are down in Brisbane.
I thought you were taking Steph Curry in the Warriors.
Yeah, me too.
No. New Zealand Warriors
Right.
over the Parramatta Eels on Sunday. And then you go into Sunday afternoon football. The Demons over the Blues on Sunday. Thank you. Demons over the Blues on Sunday at 3:20.
All right,
Lovely
guys.
afternoon.
So-
3:20 their time. Of course, it's in the morning here.
There you have it. Those are our picks for the weekend. Hey guys, big thanks and shout out to everybody who is playing along on all of our social media. We always love to hear from you guys at Woodward Sports. And thank you everybody who gave us a call. Ethan, Walter, big thanks to Kevin Allen for joining us today. Make sure you're giving him a follow on his social media. All right, guys, you guys enjoy your weekend. For Fish, for Jeff behind all of our social media, for Easy, D, for Tom Mazaway, and D-Mac, I'm Pilar Laster. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see y'all on Monday.
Have fun.
Is now at third. Tommy Pham, who reached on an error, is at second. Outfield fairly